Welcome to the Overwatch Spotlight. Should I put a Bobby Kotick return on my bingo card? Do you see that Bobby is in the Epstein files? It always comes back around as a topic of conversation, guys. and there was nobody on the entire earth surprised that day, right? Give us your dream scenario, like 5 things. I want I want the gameplay element to be non-intrusive, clearly telegraphed, and allow you to intuitively know that that gameplay element exists when you see the character without having a difficulty in knowing, right? So like Perks has no telegraph whatsoever on the character. I think that Perks would actually be very reasonable if they did have a telegraph, right? I think that is actually that would be fine to me. If each individual perk did something new to your, like, I still think it was complicated, but I think at least you've done the work there. I appreciate you've done the work. The onboarding has kind of been safe. Now we can talk about the actual implementation of them. I still think it would be a bit better. Whatever it is, I hope it's properly telegraphed. That's number one. I would like the new gameplay feature to not take Overwatch too far away from the core gameplay, because I think that the core gameplay of Overwatch, well, it's not good at the moment, but it tends to be good in a general sense. And the moment that you start changing hero interactions, you change the way that heroes kind of like just knit together, and that is the game to me. The way that simple heroes interact in a complicated way. That's always been the quote from me. So I really do hope whatever it is does not change the way that heroes interact. My boys on campus, Ralph banned me. Who was it last time that spoiled it completely just by turning it on early and revealing perks just like 20 seconds early? J3, what a tool, man. Do you think he's been invited back?
Nobody saw that IGM link, right? Yeah, no leaks in my chat. Just was quiet. I don't know. I think he was.
That means no, right? Tournament mode. I think tournament mode would actually be good for the game. Rostered 5-man plus extras teams that you can play with an SR. I'd love that so much. It would make so much of a difference to my quality of life. I think that would be incredible. I can tell from what I've seen, there's so much content. I want weather effects. Obviously, weather effects would be actually just incredible. The trouble with queuing that's not in a tournament in Overwatch is that Overwatch 6v6 queue or 5v5 queue full stack is just awful, because if you and your mates just want to hang out, you're going to get absolutely stomped by someone full comming. So you need to be able to factor that into SR, whether people generally like to hang out or want to grind. And if you can't, people just won't play it because they can't hang out with their mates in a queue. Now, if we just make a tournament mode or 6v6 or 5v5 ranked ladder, then you will have proper, I don't know, team play. We are literally playing Overwatch on the internet in this day and age in a way that is worse than pick up 5v5 football. It is insanity to me that we are like, this is a worse system than we currently have when you have to get humans out into the public in order to play a game with them. Right? That is complete insanity, man. It should be so easy to do that. Won't tournament mode make queue times worse? You'd open it for specific sections and times of the day. And only on one mode, to be clear. Whoever has tournament mode, so Overwatch can basically copy that homework. I think Overwatch has needed tournament mode or role queue with a roster or clan system or something like that for years. I really hope they do something like that. Obviously, skins. I want a map for the main game mode and not Stadium. I want them not to mention Stadium. Obviously, I'd like them to drop Season 9 and perks. That's probably not realistic in any way, shape, or form. I would like the average Joe playing Overwatch to meet a couple of guys playing Overwatch and find a path to pro by hopping teams within the video game without ever touching a website, right? Isn't it too late for a TV show? I feel people don't care anymore. It entirely depends on quality, doesn't it? 2 times it stops when you get up to the time limit though. I'll do it for like 5 seconds and it'll stop. There you go. So this is the true time. Hello, Callum. Thank you. I really appreciate that. My self-esteem's been lacking recently, and you've lifted me up personally. I'm so excited, man. This could be a disaster. This could be awful, man. This could be terrible. Just absolutely terrible. Content video coming soon. Soon TM. Ralph timeline. Soon TM. Actual main channel content. I can't wait for this to either be peak or the best shit ever or the most disruptive event in human history. I can feel the table. It's flipping, guys. 3 more minutes. What are we at in terms of viewers? 41k. Ooh, 41k. Overwatch is probably back to a reasonable amount of relevancy. Jesus Christ. And that's going to keep ticking upwards as we go as well. Sigma's fluxing the table. Oh man, they don't even have gravity. Overwatch 3? Oh, Overwatch 2 branding. They must be, okay, I have seen that there's Overwatch 2 branding and all of this, but there's a pretty clear desire with everyone to remove the Overwatch 2 branding. I also would like to say I do not want a content speed increase in any meaningful way. 4 Heroes of the Year is absolutely fine. The most I ever thought this game could manage is 6. That's the most. But however, I think there'd already be a drop of quality. I'd already think there'd be a drop of quality if it was 6. And I don't want that. I think that would be okay-ish, maybe, but realistically, I still don't want it, if you get what I mean, right? Don't you oh boy me. No, I'm not taking it. No oh boys. 3 feels perfect. I think 4. I think 6 is too much. Maybe 5 would be good. I'm trying to think, because I think that what I don't want is I don't want Blizzard to pick up a fucking shovel and start digging, right? Because the other guys have more guys and bigger shovels, right? You're going to start shoveling shit, you're going to lose to the shit shoveling company. Rivals will always win. You need to be a quality company and you'd be able to provide something for the consumer that they can't get elsewhere, and that is a quality gameplay experience. So if the quality gameplay experience deteriorates or gets worse because you start shoveling stuff, man, that can be a real problem real fast. Thank you very much, Relish. Very much appreciated. Keep raising it and you might get close. I mean, don't get me wrong, there'd be a bit of excitement there. I'd be happy, but I think the whole community, from what I've seen every time Fast Hero Cadence has been brought up, has exclusively said no, right? I think that's just Reddit's opinion. I think that's everyone's opinion apart from Joe Schmo. Now, Joe Schmo will like it, I agree. That's not a problem. I think Joe Schmo should like it. It's probably targeted at them if they do increase the content rate. But will it, they're going to like it for a couple of months until the quality get reduced to such a degree that they realize the last 3 heroes weren't particularly interesting. I'm going to go back for 2 times speed, just see if I can get closer to the actual time. This where they remove the 2 in a dramatic or stage pantomime, and then Aaron Keller runs out in Tracer cosplay and put a 3 in there instead. Okay, we're back on to 1 times. Let's get chat off the screen. It's also, this is quite nice music. This is new music as well. Oh, Blizzard 35 years. Oh. I've turned up slightly. Cinematic.
Hey,
this is proper animation.
I wish we had more time.
This is full 3D animation.
I was thinking about... Remember that little red bike that I begged you for? And that kid that tried to take it from me. I broke his nose. I was so scared you'd be mad, but you were proud of me. You said, never let anyone take what is yours. But now you're gone, and they've taken everything. Now, I have nothing.
Clearly, you have gathered us all here for a reason. I have more pressing matters to attend to. Get to the point.
We should have put a stop to Vendetta a long time ago. She's a threat.
I've been tracking her for years. She's gone from nothing
Maximilian on the right.
to this. She's building up to something, and if we don't rein her in, she's going
character.
Good. You've saved me the trouble. You're all here.
Ah, Martia, what an unexpected pleasure.
You're not welcome here, Vendetta.
Not welcome. I've earned my right to be here. Paid for in blood. But what have you done? Lurked in the shadows. carved up my father's empire.
True, actually.
Cast me aside. I want what I am owed.
Owed? Child, you mistake your successes for succession. It is time you learn
Oh my
difference.
god. Graphics on Doomfist.
Predictable.
Knee fist.
Never let anyone take what is yours.
Pathetic. It takes rare arrogance to challenge me.
My family gave everything to Talon. And like a coward, you buried our legacy. I'm here to take it back.
You deserve nothing. Power is not passed down. It must be seized.
I agree.
Yeah, you probably didn't want to make that bargain.
I aim my way.
How's this gonna play in game? New character Doomstump.
You disappoint me. So close to your vengeance. And now, you hesitate.
Yeah, I assumed it was a
It
comment.
makes you weak.
I want to remember this moment. Talon may have stolen my past, but I am its future. A shame you won't be around to enjoy what comes next.
Actually just murdered Doomfist. Okay, yeah, but he didn't get shot in the head, so he's fine.
No more mistakes. No more weakness. I will lead us out of the shadows to seize what should have always been ours. And the world will kneel. A new Talon Empire begins now.
Vendetta is reclaiming what is
What the fuck?
rightfully hers. Doomfist
No.
is defeated.
No.
And 2026 is
The fucking
officially
chair swivel.
the reign of talent. Welcome to the Overwatch Spotlight.
Aaron, the 8th talent member. They got to reveal Maximilian. They got to. He is on the council,
10
but
years
he
ago,
has not been granted the rank
we
of master.
introduced the world to Overwatch and its fight for a better future. But now, it's time for Overwatch's next big story, and I couldn't be more excited to share it with you. On February 10th, we're kicking things off with a brand new Season 1. For the first
thought it'd be a
time
season
ever,
reset.
we're telling an annual story with a beginning,
stories.
middle,
Okay.
and end. A story that evolves across all 6 seasons of the year before a new Season 1 launches the next chapter in 2027.
First time ever we're launching
This
story
is
in the
going
year.
to be epic. Overwatch's fight against Talon will unfold through in-game events, animated hero trailers,
in-game events,
short stories, and comics. All of these will be instantly updated in the narrative viewer right inside the game. It's a whole new way to experience the Overwatch universe.
That sounds awfully PvE.
And since it's our 10-year anniversary, we're going big. Instead of just 3, we're releasing 10 new heroes over the course of the year.
What the fuck?
And the first 5 are launching next week
Season 1.
with Season 1.
Holy fuck.
Each new hero drives the story forward, reshaping the world and testing the balance of power. You'll see this impact
That is Jetpack
everywhere. Map updates, artwork changes, new voice lines.
There's also
Every
the
year,
spider lady from the
we aim to bring
the old
major
artwork.
updates that improve and expand what it means to play and experience Overwatch. Moving forward, in addition to new gameplay and systems changes,
How many tanks
this
are we
will
getting?
also include major story arcs driving the Overwatch universe forward.
So committing
We're
to a
expanding the
cinematic,
story, deepening the
Fair
lore,
enough.
and bringing you something truly unforgettable. And as Vendetta seizes global power with her new command of Talon, what will become of Overwatch? The stakes have never
4 supports 1 DPS.
higher.
We need the goop. We need the money, guys. The skins.
The war has begun, and 5
Alec.
powerful heroes are immediately joining the fight in Season 1.
And 3 of the 5 are of keen interest
Miranda
to
always
Talon.
there?
For the newest
Or
tank,
is she
we
the
are
new,
thrilled to
hire?
introduce you to Domina. While technically not a member of Talon,
that's
Domina
what
is
the
the heiress
spider
and
lady got
VP
to.
of Vishkar Industries and has formed a fruitful partnership with Vendetta. This mutually beneficial alliance
Cool
sees
silhouette.
Vishkar securing redevelopment
Wow.
rights for all areas tragically affected by Vendetta's new war. Though she may lack the innate talent of some engineers, she won't let that stop her, as she harnesses some of the most advanced technology that Vishkar has at its disposal, augmenting her own abilities while still keeping her hands clean, so to speak. From a young age, Domina worked hard to fulfill her family's expectations, and it all paid off in the end. Pressure makes a diamond, after all, and Domina truly looks flawless, bringing style and grace to the battlefield.
Domina is Overwatch's first true poke tank since Sigma, with tools to keep enemies at bay and control the battlefield
poke
from long
slop.
range.
Oh, it's post
Her
slop.
primary fire, Photon Magnum, is a charge-up beam that ends in a burst shot, rewarding precise tracking.
Okay, it's Ultron.
As the longest range beam in the game,
Left
it
shiver hand
defines her
thingy.
lethal zone, draining health from anyone daring to approach. Her barrier array sets her apart defensively. Its wrap shape not only mitigates damage, but also protects against flankers,
Eraser shield.
giving
Excellent.
Domina strong battlefield presence. Unlike traditional shields,
Yeah, we
its
tried that.
segments can be destroyed individually, forcing enemies
You
to
know
focus fire
what?
to
I
break through.
think that's
Crystal
really cool.
Charge
That's
adds
actually
another
really cool.
layer of
That's a cool
control,
shield.
unleashing area damage while simultaneously restoring her shields. This makes her a formidable anchor in teamfights.
Oh, don't
sustaining
stop!
herself,
Stop!
she
Don't
pressures
do that.
opponents. Even in close quarters, Domina isn't helpless.
You know not to
Sonic
use that word.
repulsors knock enemies back in a straight line, stunning them if they collide with
Boop
walls.
was stun,
Perfect for
AoE,
disrupting
shield,
aggressive
and
dives.
left click.
And such a distinguished hero needs an ultimate up to her standards. Welcome Panopticon, flipping the concept of barriers on its head. Striking enemies traps them inside a barrier that blocks their damage and healing. When the effect ends, the barrier explodes, delivering devastating, often lethal punishment.
Oh, do you have to
Next
destroy it?
up,
Otherwise
we're
it damages
enlisting
you?
a former
That's cool.
Overwatch agent,
That's cool.
Emry, as one of our newest
Hey,
damage
finally!
heroes.
Jesus Christ,
Once
finally.
a member of the Overwatch strike team, Emry made a name for himself not only due to his skills on the
Gun Genji.
battlefield, but for his commitment
Genji.
to his fellow agents. Principled and open, he stood as a shining example of the ideals Overwatch should hold itself to. But as the years went by, and as Overwatch began to grow looser with protocols and lose sight of its mission, Emry left the organization behind. Only recently was bounty hunter and ex-agent Freya
like
put on his
Zal Bannerman.
trail,
No, he looks like
and
from
what she
Overwatch
found at
2.
the end was beyond what she ever could have expected. This is not the friend she remembers. His body has been heavily modified with cybernetics, and his mind seems at war with itself. Sometimes she sees the old Emry, the skilled soldier and good friend she thought she'd lost long ago. But other times he seems soulless,
Cool.
like his body is being
No,
piloted,
That-
turned
that's
into
really
an
cool.
unfeeling killing machine. Now aligned with Vendetta, he brings a classic soldier feel
Double
with
shot.
enhanced mobility that makes him exceptionally deadly.
Emry brings a fast-paced run-and-gun style
Mobility.
to Overwatch. His synthetic burst rifle fires 3-round bursts at blistering
Worst soldier?
speed, perfect for clipping airborne
There's
heroes
more,
like Pharah
more new
or
heroes.
Echo
Oh,
before they know what
the
hit
drone,
them.
drone.
Need precision?
Maybe that's a PvE.
Just go ahead and pull up his scope. It slightly tightens the rifle's burst spread, but unlike most scoped weapons, Emry actually keeps his normal movement speed.
Man, the
It's a
game looks
slick
so
way
ass
to win
without
those
outlines.
long-range duels and nail clutch
Thank you,
headshots without sacrificing mobility. When things get dicey,
Okay.
his cybernetics deploy the Siphon Blaster,
It's
a
more
sidearm
poke, yeah.
that packs explosive damage, heals through lifesteal, and boosts both speed and jump height. Whether you're
Say
escaping
heals?
a dive, chasing
Heals
down
him
a
through
straggler,
lifesteal.
or leaping to high ground, it's a lifesaver. For extra punch, toss out Emry's
More
cyber
angles?
frags.
It's a
These
angle slot
versatile
all the way
explosives
down.
chip away at health.
They
bounce
gave
off
it a
walls,
cargo
and make
grenade!
nasty finishers around the corner. They're
You
the
don't
perfect
need it.
setup tool or surprise burst in close fights. And then there's his ultimate, Override Protocol. The program takes full control, lifting Emry into the air and arming him with a devastating cannon.
That's
Fire
Ilario.
off repeated explosive shots or charge up one massive blast that can shred entire enemy teams.
Okay, just
There
a
should be a
superpower
level
mode.
of familiarity here, packed
doesn't
with
seem too
interesting
interesting
twists
as an
that
op.
encapsulate
It's
what
not game
Overwatch
changing.
heroes are all about.
The other all
Now
seem
let's
more
talk
interesting.
about a new Talon-affiliated support,
getting-
Mizuki.
Are we getting all 5
Mizuki
announced?
is a member of the Hashimoto, Talon's loyal allies in Japan.
Cool.
Though still quite young, Mizuki has grown detached and hardened after years of
It's 7,
misfortune
guys. It's 7.
and fighting under the severe expectations of his clan. However, some in the clan
Like, just
still
assumed it
believe
was
he
a-
isn't cut out for this
woman.
life. But through his own dedication and the influence of clan elders, he has cemented himself as a vital player in the Hashimoto's ranks.
Guys, tell me how
One
he pokes,
formidable
please.
asset for Talon's goals.
I'm
Keep
getting
a
nervous.
close eye on Mizuki. His latest assignment has him infiltrating a group of troublemakers down near Kanezaka, the
Kiriko
yokai.
too.
We'd hoped he would deal with them swiftly, but we fear he may be caught between loyalties. Losing him to the yokai, or worse yet, Overwatch, would be a blow to Vendetta's plans in the region.
Mizuki is an aggressive support who plays closer to the action
Ooh.
than some of the other heroes in the role. His core healing tool
He's
is
stunned through shields.
Remedy Aura, a field that surrounds him. The aura is similar to Lucio's, but Mizuki can charge this aura by healing allies with other abilities or even by dealing damage. To keep pressure
Everyone
on
said
enemies,
my idea was
Mizuki
bad.
wields Spirit Glaive, a bouncing
My
projectile
idea's
that
bad.
dishes out steady damage while fueling
Everyone
his
said our
aura.
support somewhere was bad.
Healing Casa is a chain heal that bounces up to 3 allies. You choose the first target, and the Enchanted Hat does the rest. With multiple charges,
That's a
Mizuki can quickly stabilize his team, while also
Give me heal
receiving
wave,
a
though.
bit of healing himself, perfect for holding aggressive positions. Extra survivability comes from Katashiro Return, a mobility skill that boosts his speed and lets him teleport back to his starting position. It's an escape
Very
option,
cool.
but also a clever way to outplay opponents mid-duel. And if enemies get too bold, Binding Chain tethers them to a confined area, slowing mobile heroes or grounding airborne threats. Finally, Mizuki's ultimate, Kakai
Taking,
Sanctuary,
Malga's
creates a
chain.
protective zone.
I actually use it again.
Its outer layer
Smart.
absorbs incoming projectiles, while allies inside receive healing. Whether countering enemy ultimates or flipping a fight in your favor,
Oh, it's a circle.
powerful tool that cements Mizuki as a support who thrives on aggression
Oh,
and
no.
clutch plays.
While Talon's roster is impressive, we would be
Are we
remiss
Marvel
if we
Rivals?
didn't brief you on who's
Circle
joining
that
up with
does healing and
Overwatch
has an
when
extra
Season
effect.
1 launches.
Right,
A clear
rival-
contrast to
straight up
Mizuki's
rivals
cool
up.
demeanor, Anran heats things up in the damage role. The elder sister of the water-wielding Wu Yong, Anran is a star student at
Ooh,
Wuxing
those are
University.
cool animations.
She's confident,
She is
hardworking,
gonna have some
and
skins,
holds others
man.
to the same high standards she holds herself to. Now she joins Overwatch alongside her brother with hope to save the world and keep him out of trouble at the same
Ooh,
time.
I'm so excited for this
Like
one.
Wu Yong, she fights with Wuxing's elemental technology. Wielding twin fans that allow her to control fire, she reminds her foes to steer clear or get burned.
Mark my words, it's going to be
Anran
one
is an
tank,
assassin-style
2 DPS, 2
who
supports.
thrives on mobility and flanking. Her Juche fans fire 2 blazing projectiles, stacking her ignition passive to set enemies
Only 2
on
abilities.
fire. Burning foes take damage over time and become more vulnerable, setting up her piercing secondary attack. When she uses Fan the Flames against ignited targets, the damage doubles, making eliminations swift and deadly. To get in so close, she commands the elements
Seems
to
very
move around the
tanky.
battlefield. With Inferno Rush, Anran dashes forward, damaging and knocking back enemies while gaining vertical mobility to reach high ground or cross gaps.
Okay.
2 charges let her reposition quickly or dive straight into the backline.
So
Her
John's life.
training really pays off with Dancing Blaze, phasing her to nearby enemies for damage or as a time dodge against big abilities, even ultimates.
Okay,
The
that bar's the
invulnerability
burn
window
bar, I'm guessing.
extends with each enemy hit, encouraging bold dives right into the fray. And then there's her ultimate, or ultimates. Alive, Anran unleashes Vermilion Ascent, soaring upward before crashing down to ignite enemies. But if she dies first, Vermilion Revival triggers a fiery explosion, resurrecting her mid-battle. It's both a second chance and a sneaky way to flip a fight.
Phoenix
We're really
Soul,
excited
yeah.
to see Anran join Overwatch's roster.
That is interesting.
So excited,
Okay.
in fact, that she'll actually be
your
available
money.
early for a hero trial starting tomorrow, February 5th, until
Very
Season 1
nice.
launches on the 10th. But I think there's still one more hero to talk about, Miranda.
Is it 5?
The cat. In a world with gorilla scientists and hamster engineers, a cat wreaking havoc in a
Wait for
jetpack
years.
makes almost too much sense. Not much is known about this new arrival to the team. She appeared in Gibraltar as a stray, and if there's more
Yeah,
to her
screw
story,
it. I don't need lore.
she certainly isn't
It
sharing
doesn't matter, yeah.
But whatever
Yeah, it
her
doesn't matter.
origin,
Just a cat. It's
Overwatch's
fine.
very own
It's
Brigitte
Peggy.
was eager to adopt a new feline friend. Jetpack Cat has proven to be a surprising help in the fight
Thanks to
against
Cat.
Talon. Her lightning-fast reflexes and her uncanny
Peggy's not
balance
nearly that chubby.
allow her to provide support in even the hairiest firefights.
Why didn't they make it
She'll
Brigitte
put
Cat?
all 9 lives on the line to keep her team safe.
We really wanted to introduce a new form of utility into Overwatch. Obviously, this cat has a jetpack that actually stays on the entire time. She's flying in the air. But when you're up in the air, you will be able to transport allies with Lifeline. While in this mode, allies that are below her will be able to attach to Jetpack Cat's tether, and she can move them around
We
the
have
map.
Ivy.
Lifeline opens up
Ivy from
worlds of
Deadlock.
strategies. It can be used for something as simple as a taxi from spawn, or to fly an ulting Cassidy above the point. And because we all know cats love knocking things off ledges, Jetpack Cat's ultimate
attack while
has
you're
her
in it?
pouncing on enemies. The closest knockdown enemy is picked up by Jetpack Cat's tether, and then either flown off a ledge, dragged
this
into
is
the
the
enemy
most
team,
toxic
or
hero.
just taken for a joyride. We don't want to give too much away until you can play her for yourself.
But really, we are so excited for what Jetpack Cat unlocks and can't wait to see the plays you come up with. Beyond these first 5 heroes, we'll also be releasing a new hero every season. Each one expanding how you can play alongside the ever-evolving story.
You will be able to get your hands on Domina, Anran,
Season 1 is
Emry,
this year, though,
Mizuki,
right?
and Jetpack Cat.
So season
and
1's gonna be
season
an
1
entire year.
launches on February 10th.
I'll say 10 in total for this year, and then 5 on the launch.
Hey everyone, Kenny here back at Watchpoint Gibraltar, where the rest of the team is supposed to be. Dope. Anyway, it's not just about who's fighting, it's about how they fight. When Season 1 launches, there will no longer just be tanks, damage, and supports. Each role will have new sub-roles,
Oh my
all of which will
fucking-
have
what
unique
the-
new passives tailored directly
Oh,
to the
the
skill set and
passives?
combat styles
No.
they bring to Overwatch.
Oh,
Damage heroes will now be spread amongst recon,
oh, what?
flanker, specialist, and sharpshooter.
Oh
sub-roles.
no.
Next, there will be survivor,
Oh, what?
medic,
No.
and tactician supports. Lastly, do you prefer to be a stalwart tank? Maybe a bruiser instead that charges into battle.
Oh, I hope they
Or
haven't
you
got
more
this
of an
wrong.
initiator attacking the backline.
Okay, you know what?
Because
That
sub-roles
sounds-
may change how you
maybe.
approach some of your favorite heroes, we're adjusting some perks as well. Over the last year,
Oh,
perks have had
as
a huge
well?
impact on how you approach matchups.
Okay.
And we're continuing to explore not only how to tweak them for better balance, but also for the most fun way to play Overwatch.
The cool Diva Initiator
Beyond
trick.
perks, later this year, we're looking at reworking some of the classic
no.
heroes.
So
We'll
just
have more
categorizing
details on
and
the
giving
heroes
different passives?
and new abilities ahead of Season 3. To
Later
usher in
this
the reign of
year?
Talon, we
Still,
need your
no,
help.
Sombra rework!
In Season 1,
Never
we're
Sombra
introducing
rework!
a new meta event where you can fight for a side and get rewarded for it. Each week, you'll pick your allegiance to Overwatch or Talon, accepting and completing missions tied directly to the lore. Rewards will then be given out at the end of
that's
each
good.
week to the faction with more successful missions. So you'll have 5 weeks to try and win on both teams. Feel like you chose the wrong faction? No worries. You can go the double agent route, change things up mid-phase, and not have to
they
worry
should
about
make you
sitting in
commit to
Gibraltar
it.
alone.
They should make it Horde vs Alliance.
I have no idea what is going on.
Beyond all of this, we have some other amazing updates coming in the next few months.
Hey, baby!
Our team
Are we
has
doing it?
outdone themselves.
Are we doing
From
it?
Jetpack Cat soaring through the skies
Go
to
on.
Anran blazing through enemies.
Was that
The
just a
silhouettes,
transition?
The animation. the
You're
artistry,
teasing me.
All next level with these new heroes.
No.
Bringing to life
You
Domina's
can't
unique
tease me like
abilities,
that.
like her hard light wall, required all new engineering tech, allowing her designers to create visually striking
No.
skills. And keep a close eye on Emry's weapons, materializing in real time as you switch between abilities.
Since we're bringing in 5 new heroes all at once, we wanted to make sure their silhouettes were visually clear, regardless of your skill level. From concept through the final look in game, I am so proud of everyone on the team.
And we cannot wait for you all to experience this amazing work once Season 1 launches. But beyond new heroes, this year brings us stunning new skins for Talon, Overwatch, and everything in between.
We've always experimented with different Battle Pass themes, and for Season 1,
that's cool.
We're making the story come alive through the faction skins you can earn.
The team has some truly beautiful things coming for you all, perfect for a rainy day or to celebrate Valentine's.
Loot boxes are being refreshed. All regular shop skins from the last 6 seasons are being added to the loot box pool.
But
now,
sure.
this doesn't include things like collabs
That's
or
good to people.
mythics, but you can get Doki Watch skins. Now, I might be biased as I worked on some of these, but it is so refreshing to use a skin about kicking ass while also looking cute.
Or could you say cute but deadly?
You could, but I like my description better.
Not only that, we're introducing a new Overwatch esports loot box.
Kind of funny.
Celebrating the history of our competitive scene.
Every season this year, there will be 2 Mythic Hero skins coming your way.
Season 1 kicks off with the all-new
5 heroes will be
Mercy
in the tournament.
Celestial Guardian. This idea came up and the team was like, dude, we gotta make this.
Alongside it, we have Juno's gravity-defying Star Shooter Blaster.
And mid-season, May will let you hop online for our first Mythic Hero skin.
Drops of the
Over the next few seasons, new Mythic Hero skins will be released for Soldier 76, Ilari, and Mauga, to name a few. While Mythic weapon skins
I don't really care,
for Genji, Hanzo, and
lots of
Sojourn
people do care
are
about
on
this.
the way.
I'm glad
Some of the most fun skins we get to make each season are for collabs. And there's some absurdly fun ones coming this year. The first one fills us with nostalgia in the most kawaii of ways.
When playing Overwatch, we could
Did he
always
just
use
say
a
that?
friend or two to watch our backs. So who better to help kick off this new year than some super cute friends of ours?
You're looking at the screen in the background? What's happening on the screen?
Brighter than a shooting star.
Do your worst, or I will.
Oh,
Hello Kitty collab.
feeling better yet?
Oh.
We'll show them a trick or two. Let the Kitsune guide you. Supernova ready. Greetings, Earthlings.
Come closer.
Now,
I won't bite.
guys, do you want to? Okay, right. I know you all shout him for saying this, right? Is it possible? Is it possible that Samito might have had a point?
Incredibile.
Victory is at hand.
I'm just saying. Come on. Specifically targeting the girlies and the gays. Come on. If the collab pays for the spotlight, yeah, I don't care.
So
it's not a bad thing. It's just
Awesome.
right
Our
now.
tech art team have done an amazing job with this collab. You'll see
my
unique
God, I hate
textures
it.
that bring the spirit of our Sanrio friends to life in ways we've never tried before.
The collaboration
Skins
goes
get a longer
live when
showcase
Season
than the
1
new central
launches
game mechanic.
on February
True.
10th.
Very true.
After 10 years, we felt that the general look and vibes of our menu screens were due for a bit of a refresh.
Well, that's a bit of an
Is the escape button going to allow me out of the
overhaul.
end-game
We're
menu?
revamping the entire lobby, play
Oh,
cards,
that's ugly.
global navigation, hero gallery,
Oh, no,
social
don't do
panel,
that.
You name it.
It's not just a refresh.
No, I
It's
don't
a
like
full
that at all.
transformation. We want your experience navigating in-game between matches to be streamlined, making it easier and quicker to get wherever you want
We
to
had
go.
to do it so we could get
This
the shot
includes
button
fixing
closer to the middle of the
long-standing
screen.
complaints. Imagine a future where you can back out of screens without frustration and finding matches feels smoother than ever before.
We're also adding a new notification hub to consolidate all of your updates and messages.
Yeah,
A
that just
brand new way
looks
to
live
communicate
service standard
critical
model,
updates
honestly.
That may directly impact you, such as live game issues, reporting updates,
That's cool.
and Face
That's
It
a
tournament
cool system.
invites.
They
We're
probably had to
also
revamp quite a lot in
revamping
order
the
to put
visual
anything
look of
new in
Stadium,
because it was
specifically making items easier to
I
find and
mentioned
understand.
Stadium.
This is a cleaner,
Everyone turn off your
prettier,
brain.
and a more intuitive experience.
It definitely is. This
that's
being
about
the
the same.
first season of 2026, you know what that means. The start of the new competitive year. With 5 new heroes joining up and Talon taking the world by storm, it's only fitting that we do a competitive reset.
The new competitive year is kicking off with the only color fitting the
thing
reign
that
of
casuals
Talon,
love,
the new
that everyone else
Crimson
knows
Wolf
is
competitive
awful.
weapon.
Ooh, that looks
For
pretty.
those of you that achieve Diamond or higher, you'll be
No,
rewarded
it
with a
looks
new
fine.
competitive skin for
Oh, it's got
Talon's
Talon
leader.
logos.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Well,
if they
former
remove
leader,
the Talon logo, the red
Doomfist.
looks good.
Updated competitive titles are here. Title rarities being applied to the entire system, and for those of you that reach Challenger tier, we'll add dynamic titles showing your individual finish.
Crimson's close enough to
We're
Ruby.
also
Yeah, you can tick
bringing
that
in
off. If you
Challenger
add it on
tier
Bingo.
icons awarded every rank reset.
Well, it's okay because
Titles
nobody
earned
cares
in
about the
Season
Challenger
20
tier.
will be rewarded when Season 1 launches.
Being a multiplayer game, we're focused on making Overwatch even more social.
In a future season, one of the most
Maybe?
requested features is making a comeback.
Maybe?
Players have a
Come
lot
back.
of nostalgia for the end of match voting cards, and we can
Oh,
always use a bit
good.
more positivity to celebrate.
Yeah,
each other.
genuinely, it was crazy
So as
that
you can see,
we didn't have these
these
already.
aren't cards anymore. Post-match accolades will now show your full 3D
So
hero
it's just
mode.
cards but worse?
There will be even easier
That
access
just looks
to
bad,
endorsements.
right?
Heroic
Anyone
endorsements
think that
will
looks
let you
better than
highlight
just-
the clutch plays and
The
great
cards were
teamwork moments.
stylish.
We're also introducing new cards that
Yeah, that-
highlight standout moments, think match-altering saves, strategic plays, and more.
That just looks so much
Expect
worse.
multi-endorsements and heroic recognition. These will be a cornerstone of our systems update.
Next up, it's the new praise feature. You'll be able to add it directly to your comms wheel.
This plays unique VO lines for your hero, offering praise and positivity. Perfect for when someone gets a team kill or...
Okay, genuinely,
maybe just when your Genji
people are
ults
probably
and
gonna
spawn by accident.
Clown on the praise feature. I think that's actually a really cool thing.
Over the rest of the year, expect upgrades to map voting,
that's actually
hero
really good.
bans, and drives.
Now, we can't have the reign of Talon without our queen herself joining the lineup. Vendetta, the Colosseo's greatest champion, is coming in
Okay.
Season 1.
Yeah, I'm absolutely
For
fine.
the more
Yep.
competitive of you,
That's
we are
pretty.
bringing you the all-new, all-star Gladiator skin.
For gameplay,
Oh, for
let's be
Stadium.
honest,
Oh, I don't care.
Stadium can feel intimidating compared to core Overwatch. So we are introducing the Hero Builder, smart recommendations that guide you through creating your ultimate hero fantasy.
We want to remove some of the complexity for players new to Stadium,
Yeah,
as well as for
fair,
seasoned
yeah.
players that are hesitant to
I think
try
that's
out a
good
new
for-
hero.
for,
The system will
something like
update
Stadium.
every day, pulling from millions of unique
It's a shame
player
it doesn't
builds
seem
from
to have
around
any
the world in
players.
all skill tiers, showcasing the most popular ones that your fellow players are enjoying.
Complexity in the shop has been one of the biggest pain points for newer Stadium players.
What's the
And
point
we're
of Stadium?
really
if it's easy?
excited to offer help
It's meant to
in
be a
this area.
casual mode, but
We want
it's got a really
Overwatch
hard
to be
learning curve.
fun and
I think it's fine to
informative.
smooth that
every
out.
time you play.
Still shouldn't have a comp mode though. This is 3D animation.
Magnify. Overwatch battle stations. We are under attack by Talon.
This is the beginning of a new year, a new chapter, a new era for Overwatch. We've never done
Anyone know
anything
who Ben
like
Bell
this
is?
before. From dropping
He's
5 new heroes in one season to launching the first in our series
Ben Bell.
of year-long story arcs. Overwatch is a living universe that keeps growing, keeps surprising, and keeps bringing players together from around the world. This team is focused on continually delivering these great experiences for years to come. And with that,
They're making
we
dynamic map
realize
pages. If it's
Overwatch is a
choosable,
game
it's good.
that transcends any single number.
I love map flavor.
So moving forward, we're dropping the 2 and continuing simply as Overwatch.
The thing that hit me so hard
Actually
when I
do it!
joined is how much Team 4
Well, I
cares
joined last
about
week.
these heroes,
Who are you?
this game, and this community. It has been inspiring to be a small part of this, and I'm so excited to be here now
Executive
with these
producer.
incredible devs and all of you from around the world. What this team is doing to kick off the next 10
Oh, is he a suit
years
above the-
and really the future of this
above Anran?
game has blown me away.
We have so
He's not
much
involved with the
else
team, right?
coming. We couldn't cover it all here. And here's just a few of those things.
Somebody look up this guy
For
LinkedIn.
Nintendo
Ben
players,
Bell.
we're releasing the Switch 2 version of Overwatch when Season 2 launches.
For fans of esports, there is a massive year ahead.
The OWCS is kicking
You need to
off
switch to
this
full.
week with a boot camp in Seoul before the full season launch in March, concluding at the end of the year with a World Finals in China.
But OWCS isn't the only thing esports has cooking.
Aaron's
With the
so
return
good
of
at this now.
BlizzCon in
He's
September
genuinely
comes
incredible.
another Overwatch World Cup. This tournament is a celebration of the global passion and sense of true community that you all bring to Overwatch.
And for the technical fans out there, we're improving the tools behind the game. And you're going to start seeing even greater details on your favorite heroes.
From customized eye highlights to a new ambient lighting system and improved
Eye
cloth and
highlight.
hair physics, or should we say fur physics?
Blizzard is committed to the future of Overwatch, exploring more ways to play, experience, and celebrate the heroes in universe that all of us love. So be on the lookout for more updates in the coming months.
We are thrilled for you all to experience the Reign of Talon and play both sides when Season 1 launches on February 10th.
And of course, jump into the Anran Hero Trial starting tomorrow.
Thank you for being part of this journey and joining us for the 2026 Overwatch Spotlight.
The money decision maker.
Let's make a great game.
So cute. You know what? I love getting the team. I love this. This is great.
What are we looking at?
Only one hero in the trial? Yeah, but the rest are releasing on season launch on the 10th of February. Seeing Jetpack Cat makes me instinctively think it's fake. Was the table flipped? We need to go back through the gameplay section. That's what we need to do. So, looks like a reasonable amount of flipping. Let's open Spylo's stream just so we got him on the background because he's probably going to reveal some stuff about what he's been able to test. It was new passives for the different roles. The roles split up more and updates on perks. That was it, right? Apart from the new heroes, that was basically it, do you think? There wasn't actually that big of a table flip, was there? It's just more passives that are more specific. Each role has 2 passives you can pick. I thought it was 1 role per passive and just locked in. Marvel Ravens approach everything at once.
It's not working.
I mean, if they kept the quality up while being able to produce 5 more heroes, that is insanity and incredible. I don't see it, but if they've done it, it's incredible. Right, let's just go through this bit. So what do we actually see? So it's going to be, so we've got different categories: damage, specialist. So specialist there, recon, sharpshooter, flanker. Is Echo a recon character?
Tailored directly to the skill set and combat
Tactician,
style
medic,
favoring
survivor.
Damage heroes will now be spread amongst
Passive. Okay, so sub-role recon. You detect enemies below half health through walls after damaging them. So this is just permanent, right?
Recon. Damage
so it's just one. You don't get to choose. It's just 1 per role, and they specify the roles more often. Health packs restore more health. Flankers don't need more health. Why would you need that? Eliminate an enemy, briefly increase your reload speed. Sure, that's like the least oppressive one. No DPS passive? Maybe? No DPS passive? Question mark? Crits reduce your movement ability cooldowns.
Survivor.
Healing allies with your weapon also heals you.
Medic.
Tactician, you can access ultimate charge. So
Tactician supports.
You can gain excess ultimate charge which carries over after using your ultimate ability.
Lastly, do you prefer
reducing knockbacks and slows received for reducing crit damage received while at critical health, gain movement speed. So the tank roll passive is still there, and you get a sub roll passive. Staying airborne likely heals you. Staying airborne for initiative, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, I think Spylo explained. It's stacked on top of the passives. Yeah, I didn't see the DPS passive there though.
Roles may change how you.
And that was it. That was literally it. All of the gameplay changes in this like 15-second segment. This isn't a big gameplay shakeup though. This is just them redefining sub-roles and giving them bad passives. That some of them are the same as the old passives, right? Initiator, Bruiser, Stalwart. So that's Initiator gains. So Initiator's just for flying tanks. So the language we use for flying tanks is now being co-opted by this because we used to call Reinhardt and okay, replacement to the team-ups they were doing before. I don't think were they ever officially doing team-ups? I don't think so. Specialist, recon, sharpshooter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 specific passives for each individual category, right? I'll wait till he sorted out his passive problems. Healing himself with a food must be nice. It just doesn't seem like something that would improve the game, right? Like this flanker one. Since when do flankers need more health on health packs? They don't. In fact, flankers get helped more by more health on health packs, right? They're doing team-ups because one of the output trader, you can see Brigham right in block shield, so it's confirmed. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say.
That's probably it.
Talk about the sharpshooter passive? Sorry, I must have missed it. Critical hits reduce your movement ability cooldowns. 0.5% of damage dealt. We gotta go into specifics, I guess. So recon reveals for 5 seconds after someone's half health, after you damage them. I don't think that's the end of the world. Healing packs restore more health. 75 is such a ridiculous amount of extra health. Nobody needs this. This is crazy. This is bad for the game. Sharpshooter, 0.75% of damage dealt. So if you reduced, if you deal 100 damage, it's 7.5% cooldown reduction, right? So 500 damage would be times 5, like 30%. Right, 500 damage to 30% damage reduction. Is that true? That's not crazy. Spylo's dead. We're just gonna.
Dude, I'm not old.
Using movement ability activates passive health regen. 0.25 seconds. I mean, sure. So this is what, Survivor? So this is the support one. It's still global healing passive. Who knows? I can't see DPS passive anywhere either. That's the 25%. Okay, it's not the craziest heal, but still, I don't think that's very interesting. Tank knockback passive being gone in 5v5 except for stalwart tanks will feel bad. No, agreed, yeah.
Okay.
What are they doing if the DPS passive is gone? I'll see if you respond.
Okay. Can you guys hear Gavin okay?
Testing 1, 2, 3. Check, check.
Good. Okay, I think we're okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess for here, it's gonna be more along the lines of what do you want to talk about?
Oh yeah.
Gavin, my man.
I can just help you with heroes. I mean, let's say you probably want to look at heroes, right?
Probably.
So, all the heroes are in.
So I'll just be like, hopefully a slightly better version of the advanced info panel. Where you can ask, what does this actually mean?
Okay. So yeah, we could just go through the heroes really fast if you want. You're still not in camera.
Oh,
so
my bad.
It's fine. This thing is a little compressed.
Give me a hug, Gavin. Jesus Christ. Do I have to ask for a kiss explicitly?
We could just go through the roles. Just
sure.
Gavin Winter is the lead system designer of the Overwatch. He's a cool guy. He's a very cool guy.
Testing.
Out of 10, only 2 tanks. Is that confirmed? And out of the 5, only 1 tank neglect? Is that confirmed?
The thing.
Yeah.
What is her name?
Domina.
Yes,
Domina.
I knew that. That's okay.
Yeah.
Testing. I guess we can start with primary fire here. It's the looking at Photon Magnum.
Yeah.
Medium culminates in a high impact shot.
So basically, it is like a spectral beam initially, and then it's a hit scan shot.
Right. Okay.
The hit scan shot can headshot. The beam does not.
Okay.
It's Ultron.
So this initial beam
Literally
here,
Ultron.
no headshot, but that burst.
That burst is a headshot.
You can even see it to show accuracy, right?
There's only so many fire modes. I'm not mad about it being just
Okay,
Ultron.
makes sense.
And if I remember correctly, they both have a max range. So,
Okay.
Shield on a
I've got it
14-second
like
cooldown?
25 meters, but like you can't. Those shots just
So-
aren't hitting at that range.
Right.
We
So you can
have
ping to get a distance
we have
So the
the
beam
push.
actually is
We
the
have
same
the
distance.
shield
It's
on a
it's a
13-second
hit scan shot
cooldown.
that ends. That's
And-
unusual.
Okay.
Right.
What was the other one? The E,
Makes sense,
the
makes sense.
AOE.
And then I've got alt fire here is the shield,
There.
which is barrier array.
Very similar to like Rom's alt fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you're gonna place it based on the distance.
Right.
And the unique thing about this one you probably saw is that every one of these little barriers is its own barrier.
Right.
So they all break independently.
That's
so
really
it's like
cool.
a very unique barrier dance you do when you're playing this hero because you kind of dance along the arc. Right.
Tell the
it
kids to
fails,
shut up
you know,
behind him.
Kind of demonstrated here, so like you can already see like this
Pieces are
part is
being knocked
damaged, this part's fine, this probably will break.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the hitbox on that? That doesn't look accurate. Because it was up here, and the one that broke was down there.
All at once.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yep. And so like hit scan not so good against her because they can only knock out one barrier. I mean obviously Bastion's still good because he's just gonna tear the
Ninja
barrier
Guy
down,
have an
but, like,
FSGQS Sombra AoE heal
basically
passive?
it's all about,
Oh yeah, it's that, but it's
looking
less interesting.
barrier,
Kappa
focus
Kappa.
fine. Okay, Sonic.
I don't know.
Probably. 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5, nice.
So that would be about like right here. Probably max range right
and
there.
it stunned him because
That's a lot of damage.
And
What is
buffalo
that?
damage.
75?
Okay. Makes sense.
Let me see really quick. Did we turn cheats on? Let's see. No, it did not. Okay, I was just trying to disable your cooldown so that you could
Guys,
cast
I know the keybind for cheat, so now I can actively cheat on my side now. Okay, I'm gonna keep that keybind to myself.
The cheats don't work on
They
live,
do,
sorry.
Gavin. You just haven't tried it. Okay, Crystal Charge, project an explosive
50
crystal
damage over
reactivate to
time,
detonate it.
150 explosion.
It's instantaneous, and then you pop it, and there's a delay between the explosion, just like
Why did that not hit him?
Right.
Essentially.
I think it's immediately doing damage over time as soon as you flick, but like the big damage
So
is like
there's
if
your-
they stay in it.
Bam.
Detonate.
The
It
reverse
just-
dynamite
It just
timer.
goes. It just starts it immediately.
Okay, makes
Right,
sense.
yeah.
Makes sense. Now, I'm trying to like get the projectile.
Tank roll's
It
still
just goes
there.
off into infinity, essentially.
I don't
until
think
it-
there's any distance. Oh yeah, actually there is. There is.
That's like
Maybe I included it. It's
120
far.
meters.
Gavin's like, I don't know, man.
100 meters, yeah, that's quite a long.
Not,
quite a long
yeah, I
ways.
mean, there are times when you might not be able to hit a Widowmaker with that, but
Yeah,
like
true.
mostly you can.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then the ultimate fire a hard light barrier that imprisons enemies and detonates on expiration. So basically, think
It's wacky, right? Because like it's a barrier that you put on a bad guy,
Yeah.
which we've never done, right? And so the amount of damage it does is based on the barrier's health when it ends.
Okay.
So
Agreed. Sharpshooter passive is 0.75% per damage tick, so an Ash headshot reduces Coach gun cooldown by 12.5 seconds. What? No, you're insane. No, that's not right. It's percentage based. Probably 12.5%, right?
He's not broken
So
it.
that's half his health pool.
Yeah, exactly.
And so the more damage you do to the barrier, the less damage. So partial credit matters.
Yes,
essentially.
that's right. And your teammates can save you. They'll definitely always help you.
That's a really cool
everyone always
interaction.
helps
That's a
you.
really cool. I'm really happy with that. That's
This is
cool.
like really strong against Kiriko. Somebody asked in chat, can it be cleansed? The answer is no.
We're not
So
talking about
Kiriko,
numbers
Kiriko
during
that
Spotlight.
doesn't
I think the numbers
have,
do
like
do
throwing
matter
little,
in terms of
low damage hits,
specific
no
things
damage
like that
hits.
being
So
right.
like it's really scary for supports.
40%
that
move
don't
speed
have a way to
penalty
break
is
out
quite
easily.
quite hard for the ult.
You don't need high crits.
Yeah,
essentially.
when I play this in playtest, I always go for the backline with this one, even if it's risky, because like a lot of the time somebody might not notice that the very back
Tanks
person.
do so much damage too, right?
Yeah,
It's so easy
yeah,
to break. Does
yeah.
like Rhine Swing break it?
It does. Yes,
Okay,
yes, it does.
Yeah, yeah. So you're talking about
I
like.
think it's too early to
literally
worry too
2 or
much
3
about balance.
swings and you're gonna be
Yeah,
taking
well,
shit damage,
it
essentially.
swings
And so
between
goes from
the
300
new
to 100
perks
is the
or the new
damage.
role passes
The
being
barrier has
useless and
450.
That's
them
right.
doing a lot.
Yep, and so the damage is scaling with that
But
barrier.
beyond the
This is
heroes, it
interesting
doesn't seem
on
like
somebody
it's much of a
Vendetta,
shake
because
at all.
like it's not basically stopping her damage at all, right? Like it stops her.
Does that mean it
projectile.
reduces
So
longer
you can
cooldowns
cleave,
more?
So
Yep.
if she gets on top of
Percentage
somebody,
based.
you're going to do damage to the barrier and the person.
0.75
Exactly.
per
Yeah,
point
it's
of
just
damage.
like all
I think
melee
is
in
it?
our game ignores barrier,
Percent.
basically, right? So
Sorry.
like that's why Vendetta kind of doesn't care about
With
this.
the caveat
Let's not
here,
talk about
this
things
is
that get
also
announced in any
movement
detail.
speed.
Obviously, it's all subject to change.
That's true. That is important.
But
There's that
the
nuance there
idea
that,
of what
that's gonna
these things
cripple
could
tanks,
do
but
if
tanks
they were
can break it
balanced
instantly.
the most sharp, I think is interesting, right?
The strategy, if you don't have a mobility with a tank, you then have to make up for it with thinking, with what you're doing with your primary fire and
Which
with your
got
abilities.
perks as well. I think release absolutely broken like 5 heroes. Well, you can't release all 5 on the safe side of strong, can they?
So that is blocked by barriers because it doesn't have an ignore barrier tag. So yes, it would be blocked.
Okay. Okay. And then moving on here to, well, I guess maybe we could talk. We won't talk about passes. We'll
Sure.
talk about passes kind of later.
Sure.
But just going down the list here, Emry, the definitely not Halo hero. Basically, yeah, that's not Halo.
That makes it a
Cyberfrag now
Anyway,
sticks,
that's
dealing
nothing.
40 extra damage to suck enemies.
sorry, no.
It's actually a Halo hero character. Okay.
So basically,
Cool.
scope.
You know what?
is
You can have
just-
that.
This guy just soy jacked over here. Are you soy jacking? Are you soy pogging? Oh, exactly. 3-round burst.
Oh my
Hold
God.
a zoom in, tightening accuracy, increasing
Shine
fall-off
away.
range. So
Okay, go away for a
this is
second.
pretty important because this is
Sorry.
you know, you see this with most scope characters. Like the scope in is not just for the fall off, but also for the accuracy. Now, when you mean accuracy, you mean the spread essentially of. The
Yeah, there is a
burst.
little bit of spread here. It's not very. It's basically removed by the ADS, but
Okay.
it's
Makes
like
no sense.
it's not really important up close, but it is kind of important.
And it's just super fluid, right? Like it is built to be like if you guys have ever played Ash, it is technically instant, but that animation can be a little bit disorienting. Same thing with Widowmaker, obviously as well. This is meant to be
I'll at him.
definitely quickly unscope, scope depending on the situation. And you're also going to have the same movement speed penalty, or is there no movement?
No
speed
movement speed penalty during this
okay,
ADS.
that's important, guys.
Yep.
No movement speed penalty during
Yep.
ADS. Massive buff to ADS. Okay.
Yep.
Now I guess the obvious.
He's
thing
not
to
going to be
talk about is
reading
Siphon
chat.
Blaster, which
Siphon Blaster's the
He's
weirdest
locked
thing.
in talking to
changed
Gavin.
even from when I play tested,
Okay.
which I'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But semi-automatic pistol with life-stealing explosive.
He's trying to hype up the
Move
characters.
faster,
It's-
jump
He
higher.
jumps pretty high when he's doing
Yeah,
this.
I think this one is where we need to look at the tooltips.
Sure.
35% movement speed.
Yeah, he's pretty quick.
12.5 meters per second.
They just seem
Translates to
completely
double.
unnecessary, these sub rolls. Am I going crazy,
more than
guys?
double.
Like,
Yes, way more than double.
they're-
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
like I think they do less than
Sorry, I didn't
perks,
put
but
it
they
that
also
way,
don't
'cause
seem
it's
to
like
do
a
anything,
launch,
and they
which
just
I-
seem
yeah. So you can compare it to
boring.
other launches, like Winston's
They're
jump
just a
with
mix
the
of the
right.
things they've already had, right? Like eliminating increases reload speed. That was the original DPS passive. Like, what? It's a replacement of the global role passive, but the global role passive were there in 5v5 for a reason. Like, they actually had a proper reason to be there. And it was shit because it was 5v5 balance, but, like, you remove them, game does get worse, right? Tank kept the passive? What, the no knockback passive? They kept the headshot passive, right? But not the knockback. The knockback's just on certain characters.
Yeah, I overdid it there.
Yeah, you need to really edge the ability there, and then you yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, so that's how that's
Okay, Gavin.
Okay, sounds good. And then this is also
headshot passive also gone.
Well.
Headshot passive's gone.
It is explosive, yeah.
It's like
oh, I thought that was a really good component of gameplay, right? We like the headshot passive.
Not a get off me, but as a skillful. Okay, I need to hit my shots to keep myself up. I need to hit my shots to win the 1v1. But honestly, if I haven't chipped them down,
are they cooking on that? It seems really weird. They've introduced specific sub-role passives, but removed some of the passives that needed to be there for 5v5. Don't get me wrong, I hate the DPS passive. They just balance the support, but they've just taken the DPS passive away without balancing the support abilities. They've actively screwed their game, right? Right? You need to balance it if you take it away. Is it there or not?
Yeah.
The tank headshot passive was there for a reason, right? The role passives were bad. You know what? I think the DPS passive needed to be there in the type of gameplay they did. Missing talking about it? Okay.
I don't remember either.
Everyone has DPS passive.
So that's okay. We'll talk about it later.
Maybe I should add it to like somewhere.
I think it's nerfed. I think it's nerfed.
Yeah,
I don't think it's 30%.
Maybe nerfed. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think it's 30%.
Yeah.
Okay, that for later conversation.
Yeah.
Life-stealing explosive rounds, move faster. I think we should probably just.
Everyone has DPS passive.
Like what you're looking for.
No way.
I guess it's not quite high enough to make that jump.
That's a notoriously one. But like, it's the movement.
I'm sorry, you can't make me not excited for this. I haven't tried.
And it's not burst mobility. So it
I haven't tried.
Like Juno's shift, where it's like
the 5 heroes is cool to do a drop like that, but the actual gameplay changes, I can't really see that they've done much.
The lifesteal is so high.
Jumping was just terrible. It's like basically impossible, and it just wasn't done very well, but that's significantly improved. So you can nade jump, and then also just generally, this is going to be a bounce grenade that definitely doesn't stick with a.
That has a point in the game. They don't have a bounce grenade yet.
Think of it as like
it's okay.
Is Bastion Grenade maybe the closest thing to this?
Yeah, it's probably the closest. Obviously, this doesn't stick, right? So like.
But there's added mobility slot plane. I think that's fine. It doesn't have any other mobility, right? You can't sprint or anything.
To detonate. Yeah. So I throw it first, and then I start shooting headshots, obviously, ideally,
right.
and then that often just kills people because if you ambush someone with that combo, like the grenade acts almost like a finisher, like a 76 rocket. Right?
Maybe the big difference here is that it definitely doesn't boop as much as Bastion Grenade.
They all come out on the 10th. Every single one of these 5 heroes comes out on the 10th. The play test for Fire Lady is tomorrow.
I won't go over the perks too much.
Yeah.
And that's going from the 4th to the 10th.
The thing that everyone wants to see is the ult. Like
the ult is
line
really wacky.
At least it doesn't stick around corners, true. Still 250 health though. You can glomp him out of the air pretty good.
We'll crank that down just a little bit here.
Does this? You're still straight 250 health.
This, but a lot slow though. Right. So you can't. It's just basically the way.
It's inevitable there'll be a huge balance pack. I don't see this character doing anything, right? There's no world in which you use this over Sojourn. Reload passives could make Bastion even better if they don't actually nerf him. My main will be hated forever. Well, you're a degenerate for liking Bastion, so it doesn't really matter. But I think in general I do have that concern. Yeah.
My opinions of like the way that this is going to be used, I think, and like the balance of the thing. I think I'm a little bit concerned about the lack of lifesteal.
Spending so much time on this mid. Yeah, this. It seems like Gunjo or Gunji is not very interesting, right? Like I don't want to BM, but like for Emry, the characters have been signaled for ages, right? This character's years and years of waiting, and it just turns out he's got a burst rifle with a pistol he can pull out that gives him movement speed, and he's got a grenade, and that's it. Apart from the ult, is like there's no mechanics here.
Mobility dive, the ultimate dive DPS. And this is the weird part for her, which I'm going to jump right into her movement here, because it's really her bread and butter, which is the opportunity cost, aka Genji, of this does damage, but it's also movement. It's essentially
50 damage,
like Diva boosters, but
and it gives ignition.
Shorter. And I remember there was a lot of discussion about like how fast should this be.
So left click is fan. The double hit, right click is the fan.
and then dashing through somebody.
Interesting that you always have the right click
You guys are here
in the
when
pocket
you
if you haven't
bunny
used any of
hop.
them.
Like is that all we care about? Bunny hopping? I'll tell you what.
But I think if you get ignited by this
does
guy, you
damage,
basically have to
this knocks
disengage.
Back slightly, not a lot of damage.
Not a lot.
50 damage.
I thought they need to have packs restoring more health. It doesn't make any
I don't know
sense.
what the stats are with Diva, but it feels very.
The health packs are balanced around the flankers having easier access to them. The flankers don't need more health from health packs.
I have a lot of opinions in this.
Yeah, it does feel
character,
too
so we're gonna move on
too
here to
slow.
just the abilities here.
So you probably noticed the new UI.
This is an off-angle duelist. This isn't a flanker. This guy's not independent in any way, shape, or form. Like
double with that left click.
I think the litmus test is always Ilios Lighthouse. Can you play her on an angle alone, or with somebody else, or will they just get pushed all the way out?
You need to use the right. It's really. It's like you need to use the right damage. Like this does.
That's a damning condemnation, isn't it? It's like Mauga. It's a really cool animation. I always reference the Jeff quote where he said he was looking at Genji doing damage over time.
Oh, it does. Right. So there's also that.
And then he decided against it because dots were annoying. And nobody liked dots. And now we're in a situation where.
Yeah, it's half for each hit if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Now the funny thing
So you can
is
ignite someone with the shift instantly if you go through them twice.
Take this a little differently. It takes longer to ignite tanks than it does. He's a tank bot. He probably should have it, but I don't think he does.
This hero just shoots tanks so they're ignited all game. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's an ability that's going to be exclusively tank hate. I mean, once you ignite someone, everyone has to give the angle. It's pretty fast though. That's faster than shurikens. It's about the same.
That one, think of it like a Mei left click, really.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
It does
very
have a
similar.
projectile.
It's very short and it is a beam. It is obviously like it gets most of its value. Yeah, you're not even hitting there. Right.
Magodot's going to be so universal debuff.
It does add some fire though. It does add a little bit.
Can't we have constant anti-heal because of
I
fire?
should explain this.
Yeah.
So the way this works, the very first tick of it adds that debuff that's adding them toward on fire, but there's a bunch of ticks there, right? It's like a beam that's shooting like Mei's, exactly. So if they were almost on fire and you right click, you'll go into it and start exploding it immediately.
Right, so it might be optimal to do something like this, and then start fanning, maybe
Right
not,
here,
not
fan
quite,
here.
but like let's say, but right there, that's more
Okay,
damage
3/4
than
you can just
fully
fan
committed.
immediately.
So it's like if you're 2/3, 3/4, a fan might be better than primary fire.
Yep, exactly.
Thought Blizzard would invite Ralph to the live event. I ain't that popular, dude.
I think one of the more.
I live a very long distance away.
Yeah.
It's the iframe dodge.
Iframe dodge, yeah.
50 damage on the radius. And I'm curious, did they do it? They did it!
You can move.
You can move. That was my feedback.
Not a lot.
That was my feedback.
You got a little bit of movement there, and it's actually pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm noticing.
Okay.
So basically, now the thing that they changed is she does
Strike
more
nearby
damage.
enemies for dodge all damage.
The more people that are around.
Yeah, chat's calling out some other games that have these abilities.
Oh, okay.
It was Dota for me that I remembered when I saw this.
So this is like an iframe dodge, does damage, does fire damage, and then as we say here, it's timing well, and then you can also, like we said, we could reposition a little bit. No verticality, just horizontally
Just
mostly?
horizontally, yeah.
So, okay.
Just a little bit of movement.
Crazy.
Okay, maybe you did.
Nothing
It went up
okay.
a jump height. 3-second
The only
ignite,
thing
now
I'm
goes
missing
4
here
sec,
is
but
I
used to be
swear
3.
Duration?
Psylocke Salt isn't an
Duration's
ability.
weird. So if there's, okay, imagine there's just one target.
Yeah.
It's going to be 0.8 seconds. But if for some reason that 0.8 seconds would end because there are
Oh, it's
going
gonna
to
jump targets?
Then it'll keep adding 0.16 seconds each
Okay.
time it's finding a new person to hit. So it's like that's like a little bit behind the scenes.
So when we're comboing, we're gonna dash in, blaze,
So if you
dash,
imagine
and then
there's,
fan whoever to die.
lot
This
of
is a
heroes
very
involved
steamrolling
and, a lot of
character.
things
This is a
that
very
add
win more
hits,
character.
then you actually stay in that state for quite a long time.
Okay. But
Combine that with dash, you can
No,
just
you
instant ignite. Very happy with multiple options. Yeah,
Can turrets add hits? I'm pretty sure they do, but not for like sim turrets. I think they do for like a torp turret.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's fine. So the ult, we have 2 of them.
Yep, 2 ults.
One of them you can use when you die.
Yep.
Which is just you revive yourself, do a big bit of damage. Not a ton of damage. It's basically the same amount of damage as Dancing Blade. Very similar. And you'll be full HP.
Yep.
A little bit of a knock back.
Yes.
It's like a boop here, so maybe if I can die real
Oh,
fast.
actually, it's a knock in. Think of it like Pile Driver. How Pile
I
Driver.
remember that. Yes. So if I go, I'm dead, shoot please.
Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, sorry. You're talking about the death
I have
ult.
to die,
Yeah.
Sit here. Okay. And then I can press Q here.
Yep.
I'll have a timer here, and then this is going to suck them in and go boom. And you can also
Oh,
see
wait, sorry. The suck them in is the attack version, and the explode out is the revive version. My bad, I said it wrong.
Revive, explodes,
But that's
slam.
It was still movement, so,
Yeah, yeah.
so that it was more knockback during the.
So you will just full commit. Like this is full hard dive with a revive. Like you're just gonna into the back line with everything. You're gonna slam everything into this hero.
This would suck them in. There it is, like a wrecking ball slam.
Yeah.
And I won't
Do we just abandon goats and put everything into this hero and soon?
And then you're
right. So in terms of like the ability to do damage afterwards, and then this does a lot. Like 165, and I think the key thing here is just how fast it is, which is like obviously very
Okay, I don't think I care about individual abilities. The key points of this character is going to be very win more. If they are succeeding in the fight, they're going to end the fight very quickly because they're going to just press all their buttons. If they're able to dash in again, and then press their E and then fan one person, die, then come back to life, that is pretty much a full combo to just insta-kill anyone they want. It's going to be very interesting in 6v6. You can go anywhere with that. Interesting. It's a cool hero. I'm not going to say I like it just because dot heroes, right? Dot heroes are a little bit, you feel bad to play against, but it's really cool. Oh, it's cool. Good addition. Definitely had a lot of time into. Yay! Here we go. Let's go. They didn't show us anything. Oh.
That you want to see?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So big thing here. We'll go just down the list here. Spirit Glaive, throw a spinning blade that impacts damage and rapidly deals damage. And basically, the rapidly dealing damage is the damage over time.
Yeah, so important stuff on this one. It can bounce infinite times within its range. There is no bounce limit. When it hits things, it's both a projectile, like imagine like it's dealing direct damage like a carry dagger, but then that dagger is applying a damage over time effect.
Right.
So
why?
So the initial impact can crit. The damage over time never crits in our game, right? Well, I guess
Okay, so it requires no skill and it's a dot again?
Generally is not a thing.
Now you say
you just
bounces
spam it at a
infinitely,
corner,
but it's
right?
died after like the second bounce. So
Well,
maybe
that's
there's-
because of the distance. It only goes so far. Step outside there and just throw it in the open.
I see.
It just only goes. Yeah, see, it just ended.
But if I could get in a little, maybe a tiny, if I had a really small,
If you had a
it would
really
bounce,
small
bump, bump,
space, you
bump,
could make a
bump.
lot of bounces.
Okay.
Although, keep in mind, it's not like passing through people. It's not one of those piercing projectiles. It's just, once it hits a bad guy, it's stopping.
It's Sigma.
Yeah.
It's Sigma, basically, with the DOT.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of
Sigma,
skill
but
shots
more
you can do.
guaranteed.
Yeah. Initial hit headshot. I think it,
It
does.
does.
It's like Paladin hero. Yeah, it does
initial,
feel like it.
first hit of damage does, but remember the damage over time does not.
Yeah. Okay, so that's cool. Skill shot. It is not going to do pass-through damage, so you don't do AoE damage in the same way that you AoE heal, which we can jump to right now, which is that right-click, I think?
AoE heals the hat.
Yeah,
Or sorry, right-click is the hat. not that.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, it's just bouncing around, also bouncing to me.
Doesn't use a resource. 50, 50, 30, so it drops by 20 every time.
Second bounce, 53rd bounce, and this is important because this was one of my initial
Ignore
criticisms
barrier.
of this hero. I was like, this is
Strong
going to be
projectile.
a slop. But they've changed it now so that it drastically reduces healing. After you see the first target, you get it. Second target gets a little help. Third target gets even less help. You get basically nothing. So you don't just sit on main and heal your team necessarily.
It's very bursty, though.
Attempt there. So I'm like, that first, that's a lot of healing, a lot less healing, and I basically heal myself not at all.
Chat's asking if the
It's
bounce is
very
tracked.
brick-packy.
It doesn't require aim once you hit the first person.
Yes.
So basically, the hat is going to try to find targets as best it can afterward.
Is that a smart
You can
hit?
see really easily, there's these
I need
bots
to
here
ask
and
this.
that one on the left.
Yeah.
Notice that if you heal these two on the right, it will never heal that one on the left.
Because it can't see
the
them.
one over here, because it can't, exactly.
It can't see them.
There's a wall in between.
Now, my question here
Just
is
asking if
first
it's Smart Heal.
bounce.
So
Itself,
for
right?
everyone that doesn't know, Smart Heal is something that automatically finds the lowest target within its range. So if there's two people, it will go to the lowest one first.
You can't fire it without a
Right,
target.
so I go here. Does that increase the self heal, or is it always locked at 30?
I think it's always 30. I'm pretty sure it's always 30.
So
This is where not hero design, budget hero design. I'm pretty sure it's always 30.
So it'll go 90 to 30, 90 70 30,
Yeah.
90 70 50 30.
Yeah.
But it will always be 30. I can't heal myself.
I don't think you
more.
can make it do more on yourself by choosing fewer targets. I don't think
makes
so,
sense.
but don't quote me on that.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah, makes total sense. Okay, cool. And then binding chain. This is the basically skill shot route.
Yeah, this one's really interesting. So I added a new keyword to the advanced info panel for this
Yes.
tether. This is the thing Maug has always had. His ult is a
Limited
tether.
motion.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what this is too.
Yes.
So when you throw out the chain, it is, notice it's also an extended melee, so it works like a Brigitte flail in the way that it deploys. So it is an extended
I think this
melee
is the first
attack
enemy AoE hit.
hook or flail.
What does that matter?
That means it can be blocked by Genji deflect.
Got it.
It means it can be blocked by barriers.
Okay.
Things like that.
Case in point.
Yep, exactly. Yep, does nothing in that case.
Okay, cool skill shot.
Yeah,
I think
it's an
that's
extended
cool.
melee, but then when it hits someone, it's going to tether them to the ground, even if they're flying. So like if you hit a Pharah with that, it like chains her.
That's
to
a
the
cool
ground
skill
and pulls
shot.
her down.
I don't mind that.
Like trapping her basically, which is super funny to do to people over pits, because there is no ground and they just die. But yeah,
only
it's
20 meters.
Yeah, not long. Not long.
You do have to get your hands dirty here.
Yep,
so.
you do. This character has to get his hands dirty, period, because his left click is like a similar distance. I can't remember.
Right. Like I said, there's definitely like one of my big criticisms
Where's
has been
where's
all the
the-
glass cannons that we've had for support and damage.
Where would you
recently.
play this though?
seems something
It
we can
has no
actually get
bursty
his hands dirty a
utility.
little bit.
Yeah.
By the
Which is
looks of
nice.
it,
That's a nice
it only
it
has
is a skill
heal
shot.
and
It is a
general
projectile, and
heals.
It's very easy to miss.
Right?
Projectile in the same
And
way
then
that
general.
Briggs flail is a projectile,
Why
which is like
why would
trying
you
to-
play this?
Yeah,
It's going to be output by
From
Kiri.
standpoint with us, it's not exactly a projectile. It's like this moving thing in the world, you know.
Yeah,
so
I understand.
It can't be matrixed. It can't be like
You want to be close to the enemy, but you also want to be close to your team.
So that's nice. I actually like the fact that it doesn't last too long. I think it lasted longer in the playtest, and my complaint was that, okay, we're just going to spam it on tanks.
This person, really quick, let me address this. They say terrible design, Dive is dead. Dive is dead. I actually play this hero as Dive. I think that feels like it's really cool to use
We'll talk more about the shift in this.
Okay,
Yeah,
he
exactly.
seems
That's
he
how I
seems
feel
wrong
like-
about this to play
that's
this
how
hero
I
as
play
Dive.
personally. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm a very good player overall.
Yeah,
But
it's hard. Like,
Would
here's the thing,
Anna
guys, like, I can
play
tell you
well
the
with this? I
playtest,
guess the
you're gonna
question,
miss
right?
this. Like you're going to miss.
Can you play this with Zen?
And if you it's sleep dart in a kind of a weird way.
Yeah.
Is
where
putting-
you're going to like, especially on a
Is it
switching
as
character,
easy
if
to
I
hit
have
as
this is
whip
hard,
shot?
it's too low there, but if I have like a 250 target, Genji dives me, I root the Genji. I'm probably gonna win that duel, probably. But also he can also fire back, and if I miss it, I'm screwed. Maybe not screwed, but that's like one of my main ways of.
The E's on
holding it
long
off. So,
cooldown as
okay,
well.
shift,
Whip
and
shot's
this is
good
really
because it's
that
on
thing
like
where,
an 8-second cooldown. This seems to be on
it's
12.
the thing that probably
Balance will
started
really
with this
change
character,
things a lot
and
here.
We'll talk about
Leap forward, leaving a paper doll, reactivate to return and gain increased
I got
movement
it.
speed.
Forward, leaving behind a paper doll, reactivate to
You can still
return
move,
and
yeah.
increase movement speed while active. So
Should this
during the
be
shift, you
incorporated
move
into our
faster.
votes? Do
You
I need
can
to relearn a new
toggle the
character?
teleport to go back, to rewind back to where you were. You have 35%.
I don't think it's
movement speed,
AoE
4.5
enough.
seconds. The invulnerable duration is
We'll have
when
to
you
see.
press the shift,
when you press
like
the
when
button,
you go
yeah, it's
back.
just that little
Maybe.
flash
That brief
over.
moment.
Yeah.
And the
It seems
movement
it
speed
seems a lot
burst
This is
more
a funny one.
skill based to be able to
I'd
hit
say
the shots on the left click
which
and the
is-
E.
but it's just a little,
If you
like,
miss the
it's
E,
weird.
you're
It's literally-
pretty
yeah,
It's weird.
This is a hard one to capture in a tooltip, so sorry that sounds extreme.
So the
but it's
shift
really
is a
just like
burst
0.17
and then it teleports you back.
I think you could destroy the doll, right?
You cannot.
You cannot.
No, the doll is it's like
Does a
it's
TP.
like a Kiriko Fox,
Yes. Now this one's interesting.
which is not magic.
Yeah.
It's like
Because-
it's like all recall.
Let me kind of explain what this works like on paper. It's where it's like you want to skirmish support. You need a way to okay. This is what allows you to do that and then rewind back to that previous position.
Yeah, you can challenge an angle
But
to
if you
TP back.
right, exactly. But if you screw it up, you don't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're a bit too fragile, honestly.
Yeah. Cast hinders you, you're not going back probably.
For close range
This
comp.
one is going to need a lot of play testing to see.
It all depends
but
on
obviously,
balance.
in theory
I
here,
think
there
for
is
this one,
an
the healers are
encouragement for you to
very
take a
very
more
dependent on
aggressive
balance
angle.
because you change a couple of
You can
healing
die
per second
during that
numbers.
initial
The whole
angle. You
game.
don't on that initial angle. Yeah.
They do all
We
seem
should talk about
250.
the
I haven't seen Jetpack Cat because we had no footage of
Okay,
that.
so yeah, aura
That's
here,
completely
you can see
new.
The 1.0 that is. We'll go to the
Very low healing, extremely low healing. It's
So where is it?
Remedy Aura.
Where is it at? Where's
Under
it at?
passive, Remedy Aura.
Okay, healing nearby allies at 3.5
14,
to 14 per second.
5 to
For
20.
self only. For self. So 3.5
Is it
to 5
radio?
healing. Like I'm gonna click here.
Oh no, it's based on the
5 healing,
resource.
5 healing per second.
So you have to hit
Okay,
abilities.
so-
Yeah, he's technically being
But
healed.
if you throw the hat, doesn't
And
that just give
even
you
less for me.
juice?
Now that scales all the way to 14 and 20, which is also ridiculously low.
Briggs at
Like,
16,
what is that?
15.
That's around without.
Yeah, it's not even as good as Lucio's amp, but
Yeah,
it's
even rewarding you for using your
6% per second
Yeah.
decay.
Gonna
It's
do more.
it's like Zarya charge.
Now, the reason why
That's
this
what
is
it's like.
important is that, unlike, let's say, Release Inspire, Brigitte,
It's in the way of numbers.
this
If he
is
checks it,
something
I'll
you're rewarded for
move.
doing damage and doing stuff with.
Yeah, damage is going to be the main way you get it.
Right. However, it's never going to be significant. 14 and 20. Okay, right. So it's never really going to be like this. Probably from like a coaching perspective, is not going to be your priority. It's going to be like, this is something that's going to encourage you to play with a teammate, but you're never going to sit inside your entire team necessarily and be like, oh my gosh, look at how much healing I'm doing. I'm doing 20 healing per second. So, okay.
Does everyone really have it now? What about the global self-heal? It seems from what Tiefling said that they said that everyone has DPS passive.
Okay, so
global self-heal, I would assume is still in.
It is 50 healing per second, so not
but no
more
specific
healing.
stuff for the sports.
And the big gimmick here is it's kind of a shield with infinite health. Now, I remember getting
50 HPS is reasonable,
this
though.
This is Episode 1 Star Wars, Phantom Menace, the Gungan shields.
Oh, okay, but what,
I mean, you put your 20 healing per second on top of that.
This is a defense matrix.
50 and 20, and you've got a hat that you can throw around and do AoE as well. It stacks up real fast.
Dome of defense matrix, which means melee is totally unaffected. It means beams are totally unaffected. So, like, if you're May,
the audio effects are
okay, it's literally just programmed as
so
defense matrix. Cool.
It's a big defense.
Not the back. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and get it again.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of skill shot potential with that.
That was the thing you chose to do. Oh my God, wait. You do want to press it, right? Like there is like an instinct to be like, ooh, I want to press the button, and then you remember that the button would take you somewhere you don't want to be. Yeah.
And essentially, there's also better audio cues that, hey, you should probably stop shooting this and get inside of it.
It's a very strong ultimate.
There's a little bit more of a, hey, this isn't doing anything, jackass. Stop shooting this. You know, get your hands dirty.
Exactly.
Either go in or get out.
And so, just this is a little different than Defense Matrix because you know if you're inside of a
the game
matrix
mode is a bit
shooting,
warped.
your shots are still blocked, right? That's not true of the Sanctuary. If you go in the Sanctuary, a Soldier 76, and you're left-clicking someone, they're taking damage.
Yeah.
It's just that exterior wall that acts like the blocking effect.
And unlike
oh, it's just the wall. It doesn't DM if somebody gets in there. Okay,
It's
someone
not
can
a
still
massive
die there.
amount of heals. But obviously against certain team comps, this is huge.
Yes.
Against other team comps, like Vendetta doesn't care.
All melee
Yeah, Vendetta's just gonna murder through it. We got the counter with our votes team.
Doomfin's punching in.
Yeah, totally goes through that. Yeah, because it's a shockwave.
So it is
It's
not
DM. It's DM. It's a circle of DM. Come on, guys. It's a circle of DM with an additional healing aura in the middle of it. It seems fairly low to unintensive.
Matrix applies to this, except for the fact that
made somebody. It's just Matrix.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, like, does the character just fall over?
That's right. Big stuff. So it is.
Like, I'm being thrown in as Vendetta with a Zarya bubble. Don't I just kill this guy?
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Winston's Tesla cannon.
Overwatch's fifth Asian character that can access Oriental spirit magic in a high sci-fi setting. I think we gave up around Kiriko as the answer. Yeah, we're just here to wait for the flying cat. Let's be honest, guys.
Okay. Interesting. So, looking forward to this. I've been looking for skirmish support for a long time. So we'll see if this guy contributes in that front, and then let's just go ahead and
let's do
the thing.
Here's the sad thing about this in the practice range. Nobody's gonna ride with you, you know?
No.
This is like, so you can't really use this ability super well here.
Okay, let's see here. The big thing here is just the infinite flight. And it has the same flight controls, I believe. Yeah, the crouch, the space bar.
This is a money printer. I like how they just didn't put any lore in. I'm actually so happy about that. It doesn't need to exist.
Is on paper. Let's just go ahead and kind of address the element in the room. Is the damage and healing is pretty slow, and I think damage and healing, like Ana, is the same.
It's the same.
You are rewarded here. What's the ability that rewards you for this? Per
225.
Little Easter egg really thing.
Please.
Aim off into the sky and shoot, and notice that they're little paws.
Oh my gosh.
They're little. There's like 4 little claws, and then there's a pad in the middle. They're little paws.
All right.
It's hard to see when you shoot it up close, but when you
sold.
shoot it off into the distance,
You can see
each shot is a cat's paw.
That's ridiculous.
Come on, man.
So you actually care about this though, real quick. The claws can crit. The middle pad cannot.
The what cannot?
So notice it's a shotgun with partial project. So like the left click. Imagine the paws. Yeah, exactly. So the outer paw shots of the shotgun crit, but the middle pad does not.
Oh. Okay, I understand.
So the top bit crits.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Like
so exactly. You're hitting with the pad shot, which is bigger.
That's not critting.
It's also a bigger projectile. The pad shot.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not an explosive at all, but it does have that aspect where
feels Jeff inspired. I mean, nobody's going to complain about this, right? We're all happy there's Jetpack Cat in.
Because that's the only thing that can crit.
Yep. And all these shots heal, so like, you know, that middle shot is easier to hit with, just like on it's easier to hit teammates, you know?
Right. Wait, that's the wrong thing. I want to do this.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so the key thing here, and I think like this is like something that was really
It needs the
important during
abilities.
the playtest, is like, does this character, are they forced to take risks, right? Because
Season 9 still here.
that a lot of people are going to have here are like, oh my gosh, this is going to be cringe. They're just going to sit here and do this. And the answer is, I mean, you can see it. Like the primary fire doesn't even reach.
I mean,
this
it's
range.
got a slow enough
It's
projectile,
also
but
is incredibly slow. The healing, I believe, has fall off.
it
as
all
well.
matters on the self healing.
If it does, I don't know about that.
Okay.
And it might not be in the advanced info panel as
Okay,
such.
so that's fine. So the reality, and then also your
I just like to say
melee,
this
your
this
boost,
model is
and
just
your
so not
pro, which is your
Overwatch
E,
in my
we'll get to
mind.
that in a second. All of these are rewarding you to be in proximity, so you do have to take risks through this.
What does it
character.
do, Spilo?
You don't sit flying forever, never getting engaged. Not at all. You do have to kind of get your hands dirty or pause. So first things first, healing, damage. You said the top part crits, the bottom part doesn't. The easier to hit part.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Flight controls relatively slow. However, there is a fuel mechanic that provides speed.
That is so
Fuel
fast.
recovers relatively fast. This I feel like is a little fast. This is
It's
definitely
very
my
fast.
feedback.
This is
I think,
actually a little faster than a round heart charge.
yeah, it's fast, but also
That's
you
too
get back
fast,
the
right?
fuel insanely fast. And if you notice,
Right.
guys, this is strictly resource based. There's no cooldown on all. Well, there is a very short cooldown on boostering.
Yeah.
Once you burn it completely.
Just like all energy systems, it has a short delay.
It's not even a short cooldown on
Basically,
that. That's
I mean,
very
you can
maneuverable.
just tap and tap and tap and tap and like it's honestly just infinite, and it goes super fast.
You're gonna have to use air cover? Well, the way I'm seeing it,
And then
you're
in
just gonna
terms of
play
the
hit and
per,
run.
So that's gonna be the E that is area of
Half the
effect. You can
DPS
kinda
ain't gonna
see
be
it
able
right
to
here.
touch him.
Asking
Yeah.
you to shoot while boosting, you cannot. I don't think.
Oh,
You can.
Yes,
You can. You can't shoot while lifeline. That's the other. Okay, I'm
right.
wrong.
So
Sorry.
the shift is to the lifeline. That's
Okay.
probably the most
You can't
important
shoot in
ability,
this.
but you
Yeah.
can't shoot. That will
Yeah.
pull you out. But yeah, you can shoot while boostering. You can heal
Okay,
while
the
boostering,
shift of the
and so on.
lifeline,
Let's talk about
the
per.
boosters is right click,
This
increasing
is 30
frequency
per
over
pulse.
time.
Does some knockback.
Does some knockback, about 4 pulses. And this is also self-heal, I believe, as well.
is, I think.
Lower-
So it's just a
is it?
sustain,
No, it
general
doesn't say that.
sustain
Hopefully-
booster
hopefully I got that right.
button.
Okay, well, we can test it later.
Yeah.
And then there's a knockback on each pulse.
I don't know, it seems
One
like something's
pretty
missing
nasty
here.
knockback, too. But it's
Right?
only on the initial pulse of the ability. It doesn't repeat.
The value in this kit is pretty much the ability to be anywhere with, but they don't really have the dueling potential. Maybe just the E with the left click is going to be good enough to +1 someone every time. Okay.
Wait. I mean,
Life
you
Weaver
guys
accept
could
better?
probably guess, but
Yeah, it's like
I will
Life
not
Weaver was able to
officially
stand
say
anywhere.
Who that is. So we'll wait.
This movement is absolutely insane, I've just got to
It's not
say.
someone
Like,
else.
Graham, this movement is crazy, and that will make the character in and of
Okay,
itself. Who voiced this?
We had two creators voicing.
I think this is new.
Fario again.
No, I don't think
It's just a
I think
call-out.
that's a.
It was probably Aaron, yeah.
Oh yeah, you might be right.
I think it might be a perk.
You might be a perk. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, the elephant in the room is technically, and they can choose.
It's a confirm button. It's almost like it was doable the entire time with Life
I
Weaver.
have an infinite. They stay on as long as they want.
As long as they want.
As long as they want. And that includes the booster.
Yep.
And that includes the damage and healing. Now,
What?
they would not be. I can't heal them while I'm carrying them unless I use my per.
That's right.
So,
So
they
I
are
c-
kind of stuck
they
there,
could just-
but they are allowed to drop off whenever they like.
That's right.
The
And
drop-off
when they drop
mechanic
off, they
is
actually
on.
launch a little bit.
Right.
No,
So the
what?
drop-off mechanic
No,
is
that's
strictly
actually
pick up and
ridiculous.
drop off as controlled
That
by
is
the
ridiculous.
person who
What?
Me. I
This
choose.
has
Yes, they
the
can
most
choose. You can use
insane
literally every
high-level
ability
skill
they want.
ceiling.
Ground-based. I think if you use a
Just on
ground-based ability,
location,
I
this is
believe
the
you
most
use a shatter,
+1 an
I
angle
believe
can
it's a
ever be
great question.
+1.
I actually don't know.
Now,
Sorry.
the damage and the
You
healing
actually
doesn't
do
seem
it. Now,
great,
this is really
but the
important.
E in a
The
duel is good
cooldown
enough
on
to
this is
always have it get off me and
insanely
always
low.
make the
Like,
person safe.
basically, this is, we talk about oddball. This isn't just oddball hero design. This is oddball game design. So we're going to have to see how this plays out. I won't spoil
What's the ult?
exactly
I need to
how
know the ult.
Test went, but the play test was,
To know the value.
let's just say, absurd.
I heard about the playtest.
And also,
I heard about an
So
Arisa.
the person that used this the most, if he or she wants to kind of tell who that is maybe later, they didn't know that you could heal with your primary fire.
Oh,
So
he
this-
figured it out.
Okay, so the person that picked up that was playing this character and the playtest didn't even know that you could heal. They were just picking up and dropping.
Did the third person animation look so much better? Well, first person looks super stiff with the new characters. Yeah, maybe like this. I don't know. This right here, all of this stuff doesn't feel particularly great. I get they've got the buttons over there, like with balls.
Very fragile if you can play it right. And then the big daddy here is this, which means surprise, you're mine. You could be shot, you could be killed.
Oh, you gotta go up a little bit, yeah.
This is why I don't play test. But yeah, basically you are allowed to kidnap somebody. You know what would be a terrible idea, Gavin? It would be if you could kidnap a teammate without their permission. You know,
that's crazy.
I would never imagine that. Basically, do a bit of damage, a knockdown, and then you can be like, "Yep, you're over here now. Goodbye, have fun," and then they go off to their death. Now,
can you be carrying a hero at
shields there, which is I think this is something I requested. I don't want to take credit for everything, but I remember this was a problem, is that you just die. You just die. I remember that play test, you just die. So I love the shielding. That makes it a lot better.
Oh, I might not have put the shielding on the ult. Do you want to check that for me? I might have forgotten to do that.
He's like, I forgot to press the button and I told you
the reason that you're able to do this and not
movement speed penalty carrying tank right there. That's important.
Before they shoot you. But this is the key thing. Like when you're kidnapped, guys, you can fight back. Like you can shoot the stupid rat dragging you around the map. And if you die, if the cat dies, you're dropped.
Yeah.
So this is not a you can't do anything.
Yeah, I agree.
I have to come after you. Hope that this
I'm not going to read that name, but I agree. I think they have been abandoning quite a lot of concepts just to make new concepts over the years. And the question is, do we have better 1,000-hour gameplay? Like after you play 1,000 hours, is the gameplay better now than it was before? We've added 5 more heroes, but there's 5 more heroes that are basically unplayable because they haven't been updated, right? Like that's a big question.
Like someone can just look up and opt into the hook.
And crucially, if you see a teammate. Sorry, this is unrelated to the ultimate. If the teammate gets captured, shoot the rat. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Shoot the rat. Like it dies, it's dead. Your tank is safe.
The battle is going to be the hamstring for this character.
It's only one.
The battle is going to be the hamstring. It's going to be hard to justify a character even if they're really good at +1ing.
I would not want that in the game, but can you imagine?
Even if they can do that just on their own and always be anywhere, if they have an ult that's unusable.
Diva ult's well connected. I think she just exits.
Yeah, there were some interactions there. I can't remember, but there were some weird interactions in the ults, which we'll have to kind of see later.
Yeah.
Jeffel, I mean, yeah, basically, but not quite that bad. So, yeah.
Pick your damn perks. The sound is annoying.
An oddball in more ways than one, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah. Can we know the cat's name in here? I don't know if the cat's name is public. I don't even know the cat's name. So.
Fika.
Fika?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
Fika? Sounds very close to Feeple.
I think Jacobs, is that in the playtest here? Do you know?
I do not know.
Okay,
I'm sorry, because I never do the advanced info panel for the perks. I never really study that super closely. Could you hand me my notebook, actually? I'm going to write down to add the cat shields to the ult thing. Not miss that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's about a hanging practice rings while everyone else plays. It's absolutely classic.
I don't know how much you had to do with that with the info panel at all.
I added them. I mean, they're in the info panel, but you know, they're pretty straightforward if you want to just read them to chat and show them what they do.
Okay.
Good vibes only. We play for the vibe.
They do nothing.
The big thing here is that this was like...
Or if they do something that's bad, like, it's very weird.
Frankly, we play tested this, but because we were so focused on the new heroes, there wasn't a lot of attention put to it.
The flankers don't need the health pack buff.
Was to, okay, if we're going to have role passes, we need to have role passes that actually make sense with the characters.
Why are we going to have role passes, though?
The beta of Overwatch 2, the infamous Hanzo reload buff that just didn't matter, right? Like a passive that doesn't do anything. And also, for those of you guys that may be a little bit more cynical,
no.
This is also, I believe, an attempt to, especially for the tank role passive, to make it so that they don't just get a ton of...
Basically.
There's a weaker aspects of different, so there's more specialization.
Do we want Winston being more boopable than other characters? Do we want Sigma not being booped knowing that some passes don't make sense? It's now easier to patch those to be different. It's now no, I agree. It's a better implementation of the thing they did before. It's just there's literally no need of it in the game. It doesn't add anything to the video game in any way, shape, or
This is
form.
not lately. It's 75 healing per second. It's a lot. Now, not for a tank health pool, but I believe it's only one. Okay, so actually, yeah. So
true, but like,
so maybe I should actually.
I don't know.
We should clarify. It is
why should Hazard be more boopable than Sigma?
Yeah, I don't even think it lands. It just said duration was 1. So if I jump, there's my heal, and there we go, and that's it. So basically, I get the healing, and then that's all that I get. So just a little bit more sustain when you're moving around the map, which I think for really all of the tanks in this category is really nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ball has more sustain now.
The passive itself. Yeah, so let's look at this. Less ultimate charge, which I think is a must.
Yeah, this is universal for tank, right?
Yeah, and less ultimate charge, passive healing reduction.
I just called it from damage because it's all damage now.
So there's your damage. There's your damage passive right there. Minus 15%. So it's not. It is reduced before.
Well, that's for tanks specifically. Right, so it's probably it'll be 30% for everybody else.
But there's no crit. There's no crit reduction.
There's not in the base tank.
So it's wrapped into the tank role, and the ult generated in the tank role as well.
Not. It's in the. It's one of the others.
Okay, that is a huge change.
Boop reduction is in stalwart.
I'm looking for.
Yeah, Spotto's noticed it as well.
Yeah,
Boop reduction being role specific is quite bad. I think you can't ignore that certain mechanics are essentially industry standard, and feature parity is something that Blizzard does have to consider. Perks and sub-role passive are almost word for word current Apex. They also were in Fortnite and other games, all Blizzard competitors. Sure, but like I'm just saying it doesn't improve the game in any way, shape, or form. Like you've made the passives more specific. Okay, is that actually better for the gameplay?
I'm sorry. Okay, I assume it's 30 though, because the tank one always made it half what it was otherwise.
Okay.
So that would be my guess.
Okay.
But I just obviously can't say.
Dive tank should be more boopable than Orion.
Yeah,
don't know if I agree with
keep an eye
that.
open for if you guys see any of the other folks playing around and you see new perks, let me know. I don't know that there is even any new perks. Well, obviously look at the new hero perks, but yeah, so 30 to 15%. So that the passive is now.
I guess my extra question is, if this role passive thing is just a nothing burger, right, and it doesn't really matter, it's neither good nor bad, whatever, there's no issue, then where's the big gameplay update? It's just the heroes, right? There's no shake-up. There's just heroes. And I love the heroes, don't get me wrong. The heroes are cool. I like the heroes. Apart from the guy, the second one, the Gunji, or whatever he is. Emry, that just seems to be very weirdly missing something. But at the same point, yeah, where it feels smaller than perks, doesn't it? Yeah. I guess I'd say that. It just feels smaller than perks. Which I'm not mad about. I'm actually happy that it's smaller than perks. This is probably the best case scenario for me. But yeah, I think gameplay updates are stored for the mid-year refresh. That wasn't what we were led to believe. Seem very disgruntled for a best case scenario. Am I disgruntled? I'm just saying the role passes don't do anything. Like, we compare the systems to the previous systems. Right, so Stalwart on Sigma, question mark. There's a couple of weird things in there. For the most part, they got the characters that I don't want booped here, but then they got a random poke character into it. Orisa not getting boop power, kind of like Zarya as well. Mauga not being able to be booped more, like question mark, etc. The ones here, like being able to see people through walls, is kind of like generalizing away from Sombra's stuff. Now he's moved it, so I can't see it. Let me scroll to where it was. So on this, I'm like, okay, like fine, but this isn't really needed. This is actively bad for these. Like, you don't need them getting 75 more health from a health pack. Like, do you want Tracer healing for 150 off health packs, or is that just it kind of makes them less interactive and gives them a lot more uptime that are not designed for? Specialist, I've got the specialist one was, this is the see people through walls. Do we want Pharah to be able to chase people through walls? Like, do you want Freya to be able to do that? Isn't that going to be annoying? Best case scenario is they do nothing, but a couple of them are a bit question mark. And then Tactician. Okay, so this one's kind of like a nothing burger, but fine, whatever. Survivor is... I forgot what the other ones are. I'll have to go through. Recon, Blanca, Sharpshooter, Survivor. Using a movement ability grants passive health regen is also like a whatever.
I mean, the heal is something. So.
I don't know. Quite a lot of these are meh, and I'm fine. I'm fine with them being meh. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm not angry that it's a meh. But it's also like the systems have made the game in a little way, a little bit. What's it about? I don't know. You just done a shake up for no reason. So like I'm grumpy about having a shake up happen that does basically nothing to the game apart from make the game more complicated. Aside from that, what else has changed? It just the same. Look around. It's the same. Which is fine. Like, I'm happy that it's fine, but I'm also like, I don't think the game's in a good state in terms of the gameplay loop, right? So, and a self-heal? And a self-heal. I think dive tanks need to be more boopable, and the other sub-role passives I'm indifferent about. I don't think that dive tanks need to be more boopable than other tanks. I think that is more or less fine. Obviously, the broad tanks kind of had to earn getting closer to you, but also that should be factored into their balance, right? I'd rather the broad tanks be more boopable, but if they get in, they're more murdering. People have complained about role passive being too general. That's your reason for making them more fragmented. If you're married to the idea of passive, Blizzard evidently are. Like, yeah, this is the better way of doing it, but also, like, half of them's been a third of them been misallocated, so it's like, yeah. I'm not gonna sing the praises of it. Like, what do you expect from me if I'm not happy with it? It's probably a more-ish positive direction, but the implementation right now is a little How are you feeling about the separation of passive? That's exactly what I'm talking about, Zenzo. Thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing to the conversation. The heroes, I'm like, okay, right. So, we got the Poke character that is, like, that's fine. Cool ultimate. Like, really happy about that. We've got Emry, which is like, I don't know. I'm not really feeling that. The ult's cool. What else do we have? We have Jetpack Cat, which I'm like, oh, I have no idea what that's gonna do. So that's just a big question mark. And then we have the new Brig type support, and the Brig type support's a bit of a. They do have a name. They named the cat earlier in this. Gavin gave the name of the cat. The new Brig type support, this guy, the AoE Brig guy, probably good, but I need to test it, so I'm like, and then what was the last one? Who am I forgetting? Oh, the Fire Lady. Fire Lady's cool. Fire Lady's cool, a little bit with more. So like, I think all 5 characters are fine apart from Emry, but like, I don't know where they are. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm happy that we're getting characters. I just want them to be good, right? I want them to be good for the average gameplay of the game. Emry seems like an evil soldier. Yeah, they have very little personality as well, especially because they've been teased for so long, right? Just so long. And then that's the gameplay changes. So I'm like, okay, the rest is cool. The cinematic's cool. I love the cinematic. The lore. I don't think I'm being negative. I don't know why you're saying I'm being negative. I'm not screaming. I'm not pog champing. Because I don't do that about anything. Do you know one thing about me? I don't fall in love with anything, right? We went to buy a new sofa. Do you know what I did? I said, oh, that sofa's great. And it grew on me over the past, like, hour. I never went, oh my god, I love this new sofa. We need to buy this now. That's just not what I'm like. Resting disgruntled. I don't like new cinematic writing. I'll be honest, that cinematic wasn't the one for me for some reason. I don't know what was wrong with it. But it didn't really have an emotional core for me just because it was kind of like a villain story. The fight was cool. I'm really happy to see a fight in the Overwatch universe. But like, there's nothing really for me to catch on to. Right, you think about the Mei cinematic, right? Then think about the Bastion cinematic. It definitely doesn't have the juice in the writing side, right? What happened was she turned up, she fought Doomfist, and she took over. Like, don't get me wrong, you can't do much with that story. But like the stuff with her dad, it's really not sitting well with me. I mean, he's a crime boss. He probably deserves to die. Him being shot in the head is probably the best thing for everyone. So when she goes, my dad's dead. He was nice to me when I was a kid, but he was a crime lord and he was a mob boss. I'm like, do I care? Right? Do I really give a shit? No, not really. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry. This is where I can't answer that question super well.
Soft reset? Oh, yeah, no. Agreed. Doom died in the lamest way possible? Rest in peace, Stumpfist. I genuinely thought he put his hand in the glove. Apparently, his hand is the glove. Doom's alive? Yeah, he fell off a cliff. That's writers speak for he'll be back later, right? He's probably being saved by Zen or something like that, and he's going to be reformed. He has a robot arm? What's a glove then? Did he put... He has a robot arm. Did he put the glove over his robot arm? That's not what I saw. It goes over the robot. Ah, yeah. No doubt. Yeah. Sure. It wasn't just that they can't show blood and they want the arm cut off, right? Yeah.
But so you don't get the super healing passive. That's right.
They'll extract his DNA from the leftovers of his flesh in the glove and revive him Jurassic Park style. What is Doom actually vaulted? That would be so funny. If they were doing a rework and they just killed the character in a lore and vaulted them, that would be so funny. I'd love that. That would be the best way of doing it. I'd be like, fair enough, guys. You put the work in. The lore about Doom's arm being cybernetic is really old lore. Okay, sorry, I'm not up with the times. My bad. They keep lamifying the villains. Yeah, they don't. I don't think Vendetta has that bite in my mind, right? Yeah, not intimidating as the main villain. Still conventionally attractive lady that will sell skins. Yeah, I didn't feel fear off of. What has Vendetta done that's evil apart from have ambition? What's she gonna do? Is she gonna kill children? I don't think that conventionally attractive lady is gonna kill any children. I'm sorry, I just don't think they are. Right? Like, come on, guys. She's not gonna murder any babies. Vendetta is shown to be quite manipulative. Manipulative, sure, yeah, okay. Not being able to show blood in the trailer made the fight less realistic, which is interesting, because I thought 12 you'd be able to show some, right? Felt like they were constrained in their fight choreography, yeah. They vault Doom and rework him into a DPS. And I don't know, I felt like they done better with the villain side, right? Does Mercy double dip on the healing? I would assume they've removed her passive there. And like, if you don't want to delete it, fine.
You don't know.
Actually, I don't know. Yeah,
but that would be really big.
Kiriko being called a medic, hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
And then Wu Yang, so basically, again,
obviously it means nothing, but Bap's obviously in this category.
We're not saying Juno's like a brawler here, but it makes sense for Juno to have this versus.
Well, the other ones don't have buttons to press apart from Bap that would make them a survivor.
Crying if Kiriko had this one.
Yeah, that would probably be really.
They literally went, okay, which characters have movement abilities that we can put this on? Okay, we'll make them a survivor. Sure. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't inform anyone of anything, but that doesn't matter. If it's just an excuse to put them in categories. But Juno and Kiriko aren't swapped? Maybe. Oh, so it activates the regen, but it doesn't keep it. They took the 2 off. They had the chance to bring back offense and defense, and they squandered it. I hope this taking the 2 off doesn't go viral, because taking the 2 off here is one of those things that I really think they need to do a big push with, and I don't think this is the push. It's 5 heroes. It's good enough. I don't know. It just seems to me that we're comparing ourselves against rivals that does exactly the same thing. What is there to write home about, right? There's no Netflix, there's no TV series. They're saying, we're committed to the lore now and we're doing this seasonally, but you haven't really done anything. And in the gameplay, like, we've got new heroes, but you haven't really done anything. And I'm like, yeah, definitely should have emphasized 66 when taking the 2 off, but we knew they probably wouldn't. We knew they wouldn't 100%. I think 95%, obviously, but not 100, but yeah.
You don't know? Sorry. Okay.
They just
there is a thing.
Been doing the same thing now in bulk. Yeah, it just seems like they're just saying, hey guys, we're making Overwatch and we've made a load of stuff. Like, feels like the heroes took a lot of resources from them. Yeah, agreed. No, agreed entirely. It's very interesting that they have so many designs to pump out now, right? From my personal opinion, Emry and Jetpack Cat feel like they're not finished. That's my personal opinion. It feels like they just put extra speed on Jetpack Cat in order to make them viable. It doesn't, like the animations and the stuff from Jetpack Cat, it feels like it's very last minute. This feels finished. Anran feels super polished and finished. This feels relatively, like relatively up there, but Jetpack Cat and Emry doesn't feel that great.
Let's see, Tracer.
Don't ask about perks. I will literally go through every.
They probably have a minion design concepts and design prototypes. Oh yeah, 100%.
They just really want.
Kind of expected they are polished. Yeah, 100%. It's not bad as long as they fit a good role in the game. Anran and Domina look great, but I agree about Anran, Emry and Jetpack Cat.
Well, you control teammates with the cat by picking the cat. That's always an option.
Yeah. I mean, you could definitely just fly off into the sky and never come back. Yeah. But to be fair, you could pretty much do that with any.
You can do that with any character. Yeah, the cat can.
One tank hurts as well. Like one tank really hurts.
Season 21 being replaced by 1. Oh, this is another Dark Wizard.
Like we got two and 1, and that is pretty much the population these roles are gonna have for the first like month after these heroes release, right? The people coming back are gonna filter half into like, I don't know, 1/5 into here, and then 2/5 into both of these. And we're already at reasonably bad queue times. I guess in quick play you can't really notice, so it's not that bad. Domina's gonna create a crazy poke comp with Sigma, like absolutely crazy. It literally just seems like that is gonna hurt 66 in some way, shape, or form. I'm talking about this one, by the way, triple shield comp. Emry seems like they're not gonna have any impact until they become an actual hero. Anran's gonna be pretty much a, I don't know, it's hard to do the exact balance without the extra context.
I'm not calling anyone out, but that kind of like disruptive behavior is something that the system does tend to punish today, and it probably shouldn't punish it the way that it does, and so we're working on changing those things. We're looking into how we could, because I don't want to see that person banned personally.
There'll be one more tank too this year. Yeah, been confirmed. There's 2 tanks
taken away. If they can't be nice to other people,
which is insanity.
Then it's not like that. I think they should lose an account. I think that we should rethink how we do that. So we're in the process of doing that. But
so more severe for actual terrible things.
It just means the matchmaking in quick play is going to be even more loose than before.
Yeah, people that are just really not nice to teammates should see a difference. But that's not deployed yet, and that's not Team 4. That's not Overwatch. Right. That's like a cross Blizzard initiative that I try to help out with when I can. Yeah, it's a thing that we're actively having conversations about right now.
We don't know why people don't want to play tank. True.
I'm like young Sheldon. I've never watched that show. I don't really watch a lot of TV. Maybe that makes me even more like that character.
I don't either.
Okay.
Wonder what stuff they had to cut from the announcement due to not being able to finish it in time. Because I'm assuming that at least some stuff coming over the season 2 and 3 would be something potentially meant for this announcement. Will he replace Brig?
I keep talking to the engineers on that side, and I think we're getting very close. Yes. But
no, Whipshot's just too good, right? He does what Brig does, but less, in my mind, and has more play potential. And more AoE healing.
Can you ask about the future of 66? I don't think that's something that
something I own. That's like an Aaron question.
Yes.
So yeah.
Who asked
that's
that?
Not the kind of decision I make.
Who asked about the future 66?
There's a lot of people, myself included, that are giving feedback and asking for some development of 66, and so we will see. Can you be mean to Spylo back? So can you be ruder together?
It's always too hot or too cold. Any info on the summer? I'm not really the guy for that either. However, we've tried things. I'll just say that, like, when we did our Harvest Fest last year, I did a Sombra rework, which is just for fun. Harvest Fest is a thing we do, which is like a little. Like,
oh yeah, no Sombra rework.
Designer. So that's like, it's like fan fiction, except I did it.
Coming season 3 and after, they've mentioned that reworks are coming, but not until later.
We are definitely thinking about it. There have been multiple versions we've tried. So
I've literally never made a Twitch comment in my life. Welcome. Thank you for signing up to me. But I'm just actually so appalled they could only do 2 tanks, 1 out of 5 this batch, and they say that 66 can't exist because of the lack of tank players. How does no one at Blizzard understand this? I think that the more pressing question is what are queue times going to do? Because queue times in ranked are not particularly good, and queue times in quick play are only good because they've actively made match quality worse in order to make the queues faster. Like, the queues just can be arbitrarily good in quick play because they just don't care. But in ranked, I'm seeing 6 minutes all the time for support and DPS. What's going to happen when they start releasing 2-2-1? Because it's been 1-1-1 this entire time, and we've literally missed the last tank release. So it's been 3-2-1, realistically. That's what we've had for the last bit. It's been 3-2-1. Because if we just take the outlier out, that's what we've had. So, like, 1/6 of the population is going to go into the tank role. No, and more to that point, who in the tank role is actually attracted to this character, this poke character, with a bit of AoE capability? It's not as attractive as Anran. It's not as attractive as Jetpack Cat, right? Domina looks like she's there to attract non-tanks. Me? You guys are 66 truthers. You're more likely to be interested in it. But I think in general, in terms of the audience, people are much more likely to be attracted to the new supports. The guy's cool as hell. The Jetpack Cat, they're cool as hell. And Anran, Emry, I think Emry's just unfinished. I'm gonna be honest. Doesn't look like he's there. A friend of mine is a hog player and he's liking her a lot. We don't take the opinion of degenerates seriously here, so I think you need to chill out on your friend's opinion. Cat character and a Gundam character? I don't know, is she a Gundam cat? She's got arms, right? It's not really full Gundam. Like, I really like the design, don't get me wrong. The design's cool as shit. But gameplay? I mean, we got... It seems like Orisa. It seems like an Orisa. I'm sorry, they got an AoE thing that you throw into the enemy team. They've got a push. They've got a shield. And they've got a gun. It just seems a little old Orisa-y to me. I don't know, guys.
So anyway, and then so like the outer edges of the curve, like some of our highest skill players, somebody like Apply in chat, for example, is probably like a 4. It's almost impossible to get all the way to the edges of the curve, which is a 6. Yeah. There's basically no humans there. But what we do is we push it in. So like we basically squish the curve so that the maximum is more like a 3 instead of a 4. Yeah. And so what that does is it pushes everybody toward the center a little bit. The people that were already at the center really don't move very much. The only reason that they move is because we also apply some decay. We don't have time-based decay in rank right now, so we add that decay, and then...
A cute anime girl tank is a must if they want to inject new blood into the role. And get some damn Guna skins into that role. Jesus Christ. When's the last time a tank role had something that Mercy players will buy?
You're perfectly evenly skilled. Now you're maybe like a negative 0.5. Yeah. And now, but there is a bank of 0.5 MMR, and so when you win, we're paying it out really quickly. We're paying it out back.
So basically, rank reset says, we're going to dial you back, take away some of your money, but if you prove to us...
No, I think they're just talking about how the rank reset works in general, which I think we already know, right? It's a squish of the bell curve. The bell curve is currently like that, and all they do is they pull it into the middle, right? They pull it there, basically, instead. So it's a squish of the bell curve. It doesn't actually do much for the people in the middle. People at the bottom get pulled. People at the top get pulled. But it also completely fucks up matchmaking for a very long period of time. When I hear rank reset, I think, oh my god. But it's good for the new players coming in, so like I don't mind. It's not the end of the world to me.
The reason why that could be confusing is because oftentimes the calibration
it's called a soft reset. Yeah, it's close to a soft reset. It still screws up the matchmaking because people are close enough together.
Applying decay in that moment and then also doing the squish.
It's basically it's effectively
to your criticism of like
lowering the system's information on how good you are.
I know it's not your decision.
Well, I mean, it is and it isn't.
How do you think the new announcement will do in 6v6 custom? Well, Anran's an interesting one that's just going to AoE. Now, my grouping up kind of a gameplay that I want is going to be completely ruined by Anran, because Anran's going to be able to dash through and set everyone on fire. It's going to be a little bit, might be a counter. Domina, I am concerned, like really concerned, actually like crazy concerned about that. I hate the name Amran. This isn't a character, he hasn't been finished yet. Jetpack Cat won't... I don't know, I don't think that will be any more degenerate in 6v6 than it is in 5v5 because it's an angle slopper. Let's be honest, Jetpack Cat is an angle slopper, which is fine, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool, but it's not going to affect 6v6 because 6v6 is already angle slot maxed. And then this character depends on the sustain. I think it's going to be a side grade to Brig for the most part. Side grade to Brig, a little bit rooty in the back line, a little bit more aggressive but less peel, if you get what I mean. Brig will still be the ultimate answer to dive. This guy will be able to do some reasonable counter to dive. I'll inspire our votes team if Anran tries to burst us. Exactly, right?
We relax those restrictions, and everyone's crying ELO inflation, which obviously it needed to be relaxed closer back to Overwatch 1 standards. But the key thing is we haven't since then really seen the dull curve again.
I find it funny that I was having a conversation about someone and how Ash is frustrating in Stadium since you're constantly burned, and now they're adding Amran doing it with primary fire. Yeah, well, yeah, I think burns in general are very frustrating, but yeah.
I don't know them offhand.
Got my hope up wanting this actually be big, but it just feels like Overwatch is becoming rivals. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that Overwatch has better gameplay. I don't think the gameplay is where I want it to be, don't get me wrong, but in terms of the actual things they've done, the gameplay, Mauga Anran comp going hard. Will the burns affect Mauga? I don't think it... it matters. Mago's probably picking the stomp perk anyway.
Concept of inflation, and that's not it.
Isn't they trying to mimic rivals at the best? I mean, upping hero cadence is the only thing they've done. Let's be honest, that's the only thing they've done. They've upped the hero cadence. Okay, what does that actually do to mimic rivals? I mean, sure, like, maybe it's rivals inspired, but it all depends on the quality, right? If the quality of the heroes is still up, I don't know. UI, yeah, I care about the UI. The UI changes don't look great. I'm gonna be honest, they just look like live service slop. That's the truth. The UIs look non-stylized in kind of like the worst way. But for me, I'm here for the gameplay. If the gameplay is good, I'm fine, right? So it can only affect me so much. It does hurt me, it doesn't affect me. I guess my problem is, right, if I look at the new heroes, Jetpack Cat kind of adds something new that we haven't had before, but it just seems like Lifeweaver done properly. Anran adds, I don't know, are they really like improving the design space of the game? Right? Like, are they? Yeah, Jetpack Cat is a permanent flyer and can grapple teammates up to locations and moves very fast. That's basically all you need to know. Reasonable gun, a little bit AoE heal, and a knockback on a cooldown. That's basically the kit. Like, this is cool. This is good. I like this, but has it added anything to the game? Like, in terms of design space, is it like, is there anything added? And then down here, right? Do I think this is good design space to add into the game in general? I struggle to say yes. Like, the shield's cool, the character's cool, the ult's cool, I'm fine, but also... Yeah, so, when you push content and you move really fast, you risk not making anything unique, and you also risk not pushing the limits of design space, which is why I think these characters and these designs are so cool. Like when Deadlock recently put vents around the map that small characters can fit in, I'm like, wow, that's changed the gameplay of Deadlock. That's really cool. That's something new to play around with. But here I'm like, yeah, I'll play the characters. Jetpack Cat, obviously cool. That'll bring a load of players. Anran, cool. I like the combo potential. Bit steamrolly. Domina, I'm like, it's fine, but should it be here? And this guy's like, okay, it's just a side-graded brig that I want to play. And I'm like, there's nothing gameplay-wise here that I'm like, wow, right? The game's moving the opposite direction of what's good? I don't think so. I think the game's moving in the same direction it has been. I think the game's moving in a reasonable direction. I think Blizzard are afraid of adding anything like that. If Blizzard added events to the map to be used by specific characters of the community would shit their pants. No, I'm not saying that specifically. I'm just as an example. What's the Deadlock thing you just said? There are little gratings that have there's a whole hidden map under the map, basically, where you can go in these little gratings and there's avenues between different areas on the map, and only two characters can use it. One that turns into a cat, and one that's just a small character. And they get a speed boost in it, so you can rotate fast in Deadlock. Really cool kind of like addition to the gameplay. And there's some Easter eggs down there, and there's boxes, so you actually get your farm while you're running. So it's like, it's really cool. I'm like, wow, that's really good. And then I come back to Overwatch, and I'm like, there are new heroes. The new heroes are reasonably cool, but like that's as good as it get, right? As depth, yeah. It's like I should get into Deadlock. Oh no, I mean Deadlock advert on the Overwatch stream. The alternatives are going to be team ups. I'm ecstatic that they just give us more Overwatch and core maps. What maps? Dark, tell me what maps are the maps in the room with us right now. Where? If they add map variety, by the way, map variety, I'm really happy about that. I love different daytimes, night times, other things like that. They just confirmed that rank has been the same as MMR since season 9.
Rank like go down.
That's a really interesting one.
Even though it didn't go down, because you had a leave in your match or something like that.
So there's the only fake thing you guys have, which is not really fake, is the what's the demotion protection? But
demotion protection is kind of fake.
The visibility.
Yes, it's because you're basically from an MMR standpoint, you are below that rank. But we probably shouldn't have done it the way we did. But you're right, it is kind of fake. But that's true. But that's a visual thing.
It's really weird because I also think that there is no reason not to have a concealed MMR. Like, concealed MMRs are just good extra information for the system in matchmaking that makes the game feel better to play. Like, they don't need to be used. 2 new maps? Where? 2 new maps next year? Like, what are the new maps? What are we talking about? Getting a new map is called Coliseum Nighttime. They showed it in the trailer. What new maps? Where are the new maps? Tokyo something? Is the Tokyo something in the... Anyway. Tokyo and something else? What is that? They got 2 new maps this year? Like, because it used to be 3, right? It used to be 3. So what are we talking about? They said new lighting. Yeah, they said new lighting. A new deathmatch map and a new stadium map. They said map. Okay, so they said on their roadmap there may be new maps in the future. That's all we've got, right? We don't have any new maps. It's just there are maps coming. Understood. Yeah, okay. Go back to 3 a year and I'll be happy. Because that's the gameplay variance for me personally.
Reintroduce decay. No more engagement optimize, bunch of Gen Z nonsense. You're decaying, you're not allowed to camp. Okay, so aren't there decays from rank 1 all the way down to rank 100, right? But if the SR and MMR are decoupled, you now have... You're not honest with the rank.
You're not.
You are honest. The world's best Winston player is playing in GM5 games.
Yep. So it's a real Sophie's Choice kind of thing.
Right. So,
no, Gavin. Spyler made a good argument. There's no reason not to use hidden MMR.
Is actually done to preserve the honesty.
It was made mistakes. I made mistakes. So I'll talk about mistakes I made first of all. The idea of giving everybody the same amount of score based on the top player, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
What I was thinking for context for posterity. So it was that we were thinking that it was going to create a moment where you feel like you're in a big game as one of those players that was not the highest skill.
Yeah.
And so like I was hoping that it would create like these moments for people, these exciting moments when you, because obviously you see how top rank games, how they work a lot of the time. You'll have like 1 or 2 champion players sometimes, and then some GMs, and maybe you'll even have a Masters player. Because at that point, the ranks are like the difference is...
It's interesting.
Anyway, there are so few humans at that rank that it's hard to create a match where they're all going to be the same rank. We do sometimes, but it's hard. So anyway, it was trying to do a fun thing, and that was a dumb idea. I should not have tried to do that.
Don't do dumb things. Well, here's the thing. Listen, chat will back me up. If you admit mistakes and fix mistakes, that community is going to be okay with that, right?
Well, you don't just get to make mistakes and backtrack and it'd be okay.
We were able to change that pretty fast.
Obviously,
so
the reasonable community is going to be
I've got a lot of patch notes for
the same, but the public perception won't be.
Challenger for this season.
See, these 100 people are perfect. The other 10,000, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
holy fuck,
anyway,
Spylo's doing well. Ooh, this guy.
Enough to the highest ranks. Yeah. So it was like, I mean, I assume you've seen like Silvok and Spot 1 and stuff like that. Like because if someone plays a lot, they benefit a lot from the fact that the others are beat. Oh, I was that too. But
and he's not even playing the game true.
The higher ranked players are kind of like challenger pinatas.
He's in the big leagues now.
Yep. Rank, because of that rule change I was mentioning.
Definitely.
So that's not great. Right. But also, yeah. So like, basically, I made rank not matter that much when I should have.
Poor Silvok.
Yeah.
Silvok is just like, bro, what did I do?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's awesome that somebody wants to play that much, but that wasn't the goal. You know.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
I understand. So
you should not go Spylo's plus 1. It does look like they've got quite a few free PCs. Spylo was saying something about people not being able to make it due to misorganization earlier.
Why don't you just drop me off of the leaderboard?
Yeah, so the reason we didn't do that's a great question. This is one actually Alec caught, which when we were, because I was originally doing that was actually one of the original.
Right, so for chat, really quick, just to clarify, so if we're saying that like the rank 1 Winston wants to stay rank 1 Winston, rather than demote his rank, we're just going to remove him from the leaderboard. Like he's physically not on the leaderboard because he hasn't played in 3 weeks.
Yep. And so the problem with that is that we create this like alternate
you just
reality
camp it and then go back on.
where there's actually potentially hundreds of people between you and the person right below you, or they materialize. They come out. They are ships passing in the night, and you can't know. As a player in the leaderboard,
what would be the minimum number of games played? Like they could show up and play 1 game and they materialize.
Exactly,
and
so regardless of where you set that number, you have the same problem. Basically, you create a problem where like people are constly phasing in and out of existence on the leaderboard.
Spylo just hit them all. Man, I turned down my edginess if I was able to cap a 1,500 viewers.
Yeah, it would.
Spylo, one of the biggest streamers.
So that was one of my initial pitches. Actually, I've been working on this system for a long time.
Frogger is massive. I always forget how big a creative Frogger is. I don't know if it's the same for the rest of you guys. He literally just plays the game, right? Like, is Frogger actually an interesting person to pay attention to? I feel like he just...
Hopefully we...
I'll get it, chat, hang on.
Yeah, hopefully we get to a point where we're happy with it. I still have faith in this system, even though obviously it didn't release in a good state. I think it can still work. I'm going to keep chasing that for now.
Check out his second channel. I think I've watched a video of him once. Where he's talking about it.
I've had a lot of people talk about Zimmers on console.
A year ago.
I don't know if you know much about that. Obviously, there's also that difficult problem where...
Yeah, he also likes 6v6
talk about
security stuff. I don't know a ton
necessarily?
about the Zim issue, I'll admit.
Okay.
So that's something our security team mostly handles. There was a big reason why we added mouse and keyboard to console, which is because we basically made it totally okay to play with mouse and keyboard on console as long as you're willing to play on mouse and keyboard matchmaking pool. And then if you're playing with a peripheral on console that isn't one of those things, then you look very sus. That's very strange that you're trying to use something like that to play, and so that's kind of why we added that new feature, and that has led to a lot of Zim bans. Zim bans are happening at a pretty fast rate, but maybe we aren't catching them fast enough. That's a topic I can't really speak to with accuracy.
I understand.
Sorry about that.
No, that's fine. It's also tricky as well because like if you have a few bad actors in high ranks, because the player pool of high ranks is smaller, those bad actors just have so much more of an impact on the larger player base.
Agreed.
It's just really difficult.
It does show motive, but it also makes it so that the actual console queues are pretty unpopulated for people that aren't keyboard and mouse, because anyone serious will be in the keyboard and mouse pool. So it's just bringing an already small community and making their queue times worse.
Good point. Oh, okay. I think this is like this big moment.
Aspen's a little bit 60-60 as well. Is that Aspen 60-60? Or is Aspen anti? I can't
it's that
remember.
big moment we wanted to have to,
I didn't really have that much contact with Aspen.
That's the rank reset thing, actually, because it's a big change.
So it's going to be 5-1-1.
Obviously, Tim's going to be... it's so funny how so many of the people that play the game for a significant amount of time and aren't hyper competitive just play 6v6. It's so funny, right? Like most streamers are fence sitter. These cowards!
This is
play 6v6 with Frogger.
Looking suspiciously like I can't answer this question.
Is Aspen a mercy player?
I shouldn't talk about
Juno
that
player.
yet. I shouldn't
That's
talk about
good
that
news, chat. I'm going to interpret this for you guys. That is good. And I can say it because I actually don't have any insight into this. So I can say that's good.
Play the game updates. No big play the game updates. I keep tuning the score. Obviously, I made some mistakes a few seasons ago when I tuned the score. Like, I tuned it way too much for supports. I want to say it was like season 17.
Yeah.
And we had some like really bad play of the games.
Oh, yeah.
Where, you guys remember. I was trying to like make it possible to win with healing, but not only did I make it possible, I made it actually decently likely. It's still possible today. Like a big Zen ult that heals like a jillion.
No,
heals,
you're right, Typhoon. This AI looks absolute ass. Doesn't it? Okay, it looks like what might be on Winston's computer in the defense. But on the other side, I don't think it's got that much style in any way. Like, it just seems a bit cookie cutter. It's a little bit over-engineered. Like, the glowies on the top, I'm like, does that need to be there, right? Like, I don't know. It's angled. I like the angle of the buttons, but having them all up there, it's a lot more clean. It's a lot more simple. It's a lot more clear, but it has less design.
Actually, that's actually a good shout. What is it? See, I have my fingers in the wrong thing. Subway Surfers here. There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Fair enough.
There it is. Okay.
So that one is not season 21, but it is soon. And
they really need a bigger camera screen for this.
People caught it in the video. I heard somebody, maybe it was Bro Uac, yell it out. Somebody yelled out about the match voice chat thing. So that's a thing we've got.
And you're calling this PMA?
This PMA is just
end of game match voice chat.
Now it's opt-in. You can press a button to join and have a perfectly civil conversation.
Honestly, Gavin, I respect that so much. I really like this. Talking about you guys. Oh my gosh.
Okay, chat's ready.
What was so funny? They're gonna have in-game voice for the entire lobby in the end-game card screen, so you can join the in-game voice for the whole lobby and yell at the other team.
I was gonna say that this is gonna be your little microcosm. Yeah. Just gonna see how it goes.
If people are not nice for some reason, I have no idea why they would be not nice. But if they were.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's cool. It's just gonna be people yelling at each other.
So this is me too. Yeah,
that's gonna be murder on my eardrums.
For a long time.
You're accidentally in it every single time a match ends. There's just someone screaming into the mic. Be cool for bugs. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. No, I think it's a cool feature. I think it's just abusable.
And that's the like.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah. Just tap it instead of hold, and it'll do the praise. But you can hear it for a lot of other characters like Cassidy, Ramantra. I really love the voice work. Go ahead.
No, weird question. Is it?
I think the praise thing is really cool.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's a tragic. Because can you imagine the clips? Like,
yeah.
Like blocking Shatter, Ryan goes, nice try. Back,
I
like
do
the
think
BM.
I do think it's totally valid to use it sarcastically. You know, in those situations when somebody
It's valid. I won't get banned for it.
They shouldn't and things like that. That's definitely a reason to do it.
Good job.
It's really simple, but we got a bunch of from every hero. It actually took us years to do this.
How much dead time would have to be sunk in converting the game to 66 outside of Switch 1 optimization? Very hard answer, because they didn't know 66 could be implemented to begin with, because I feel like the 5v5 engine, when it was released at the time, didn't have a good enough optimization in order to be able to do 66, and that might be part of the reason for the change. Now, they seem to have optimized to the point where 66 is good. At this point, it seems like the dev time would be mostly in balance changes. That's going to be my honest. I think with just numbers, you can actually make 66 playable. Like, to the degree that it can be a main game mode. 66 had 2 updates. Can you close your idiot mouths? It had an update a week after it released, and then it had one update just a bit ago.
There's a very brief delay before it opens. That's exactly the same thing.
I had to make an announcement saying that all the changes shown today are in the tournament. I didn't message too much about this. Yeah, there's no reason to run a tournament without this. Like, there's no reason to delete these characters, anything like that. Like, it needs to be in the tournament. I think that's good. I mean, you're playing a 66 tournament, you have to play 66 with the current state of the game. Like, I'm sorry. 3 large balance patches, 10 smaller adjustments to beta internal patches? Probably, yes. The answer is, I think you can... I don't know why this is happening. I think you can convert the game to 66 without doing any actual work that isn't just the hero balance guys sitting in the room with a notepad, right? And then implementing that. I don't think there's anything else you need.
I think that was a human doing a very good job.
Really?
I think it was.
Oh, okay. I thought it was.
Maybe it was. So I wasn't there. You were here. I was not. Chat may not know this. I'm working from home, so I'm here in the office at the moment, but I'm not usually here.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But so I wasn't here for that playtest.
Yeah, I think most of their systems and UI are generalized at this point. I don't think there's much there. I mean, we're still with, like, F6 not working in 5v5 and F12 not working in 5v5, so, like, I don't think they need to convert that much to convert it.
Is this a lore question?
It's a lore question.
Will Doomfist endgame reactions? Oh, yeah. Good question.
Yeah,
They need to change this. This is such a fucking goofy picture. It's so goofy.
It's a button, and it's kind of like a launch, actually. So when you press it, it's actually like, even if you're a character with no mobility, you kind of like, if you're Cassidy, you kind of like launch up when you use you escape the tractor beam thing there, basically. So you can use that to like go higher. FPS fix, I don't know anything about that, sorry. I mean, I know that we've had FPS issues in the most recent patch. Yeah. I don't know what caused it. It's an engineering thing.
I know that they've been asking, like, a lot of creators have been giving feedback about it to the team, so I think they're well aware of it. They're trying to look into it.
Spilo, will Doomfist be vaulted till he regrounds his hand?
Doomfist vaulted. No, Doomfist is playable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't work on weapon models, sorry, but I can give
that was a shit answer, Gavin. Thank you, everyone that's come to spend a bit of time with me and chill out. Obviously, I'll pass you over to Spilo in a second. So basically what we got here, we got a commitment to relaunching lore, right? So we've got a full commitment to relaunching lore. Really cool. We've got reworked passives. We've got 5 more heroes releasing instantly, with another 5 for the next year. And then there's a bit of a problem with that, because only 2 of those are going to be tanks in total, which is a little bit concerning in a way. Aside from that, we have a commitment for map lighting stuff. What else have I missed, guys? Like, what have I missed? It's the UI changes. Obviously, the UI changes are reasonably big in terms of the design of the game. Blizzard admitting mistakes. Obviously, the Overwatch 1 branding, but I wouldn't count that as a content feature or anything like that. Is there anything else? A little bit of work on Stadium, a little bit of work on progressions. Map reworks coming still, TM. Sombra rework coming still, TM. I think that's it, right? So in total, they've done really well to hype this, right? But, like, the actual amount of content is fairly middling in my mind, don't you think? Yeah, it's a bit, real content of the character. Of course, the real content is the characters. And in my mind, I'd say 3 of the characters seem fully fleshed out, fully done. 1 hero seems not quite there. And another hero seems... I don't know, they don't seem like they fit Overwatch thematically, and I get why they were really hesitant to put them in the game now, seeing them Jetpack Cat in reality, but at the same point, also maybe a little bit half-baked, possibly. 5 heroes are good content. Question is for how long? Yeah, the 5 new heroes do create new experiences, new gameplay loops, but at the same point, do they improve the gameplay to a significant degree? Will they keep me invested in the game for a long period of time if I'm not entirely happy with the current gameplay loop of Overwatch? It's going to be a question. Obviously, I'm here for the long haul regardless. Like, I'm still going to be here. I'm asking a little bit of a Barnum question for the people that are actually playing the game. The amount of WIP content released is quite high, plus Overwatch 10 years anniversary is in Season 2. True. Yes. Fully announced and showcase content is conservative. Agreed. It's going to be interesting over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we're going to have the new heroes. We probably should make a piece on each one of the heroes. It seems reasonable for me to do that for a week and just make a little video talking through my thoughts on each one. Possibly just after launch, I'll do that. But for now, I just need to collect my thoughts, really. I think I still need to just collect my thoughts, rejig, and put out something proper.